up, remind me. If you looking for it, you know where to find me. You ain't paying for me, so you can't decline me. Can't go till the devil get behind me. Pray, throw it up, can't throw enough. Break bread with my people, we gon' pour it up. If your price too high, you ain't been lowing up. If you ain't had a ooh wee, then you can't run with us. What's the word? Look alive, what's the business? Ooh wee. Can't believe God did it. Ooh wee. Lord forgive me, I was tripping. Ooh wee. Can't believe God did it. Ooh wee.
Let me hear you if you still feel it. Let me hear you when God did his job. Let me hear you with God on your side.
I was ooh wee. My respect for the feminine, it was minimal. God gave me another heart, it was clinical. If you sick, invite him in, he the mineral. Then he gave the family dollars, he the general. Pull up, jump out, show love, and get back in. Moving his wheel forward like I ain't got it back in. They told me think about myself and get that dough. Shh, don't put your foot in your mouth, that's tic-tac-toe. Fishing for souls on the gram, I throw the real out. Try to get rid of God and you gon' take the real out. How you put in so much work and leave the skill out? Demon got you in a sunken place, tell him get out. Looking at my sin like when the waiters bring the bill out. Can't tap dance around the truth cause it's a slow dance. Trying to get the point in your head, it ain't a so end. We let go and let God.
All right, welcome.
Look alive, what's the business? Ooh wee.
Welcome.
God did it, ooh wee. Lord forgive me, I was tripping, ooh wee. Can't believe God did it, ooh wee.
Let me hear you if you still feel it. Let me hear you when God did his job.
All right.
Let me hear you with
Happy
God
New York session. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ooh wee.
I've been thinking about the times I was tripping outside. Could've lost my mind, but you kept me. I just wanna say that I'ma stand on 10. Work hard, asking for mercy for the things I did. And I've been
Y'all
thinking
ready
about
to
the
go?
climb to the top.
Game time,
Now it
baby.
really don't matter who gon' take
Welcome
my
in.
spot for real. And I
You
just
ain't got
wanna
the
say that I'ma
ooh-wee.
give your props. Cause
You
when
got
it
to
all
go.
fade away, you really all that I got for real.
Look alive, what's the business? Ooh wee. Can't believe God
Nice
did
action,
it, ooh
Kev
wee.
in the house.
Lord forgive me, I was tripping,
Let's
ooh
go.
wee.
See Gamer in the building.
God did it, ooh wee.
Let me hear you if you still feel alive. Let me hear you when God did his job. Let me hear you with God on
Right,
your
I think we're
side.
ready. OnlyFans, how we feeling? Welcome in. Clubhouse, how we doing? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Great to see you guys. Great to see y'all. It is game time. It's game time. Let's do this. If you ain't got the ooh-wee, you might as well leave the stream now, you know? You dig? All right. Welcome in. Roberto, how we feeling, big dog? Welcome. Hope you guys are doing great. What up, Katie? What up, Captain? What up, Angel? What's good? How you guys doing? Yeah, welcome back to another session, New York session, and yeah, let's get into it here, man. Oh, there we go. There's the music. Mr. Playbook in the house. What up, Sharma G? What's up, Ash Noob? Ash, is that the new Ash? That's the new one. Yeah, let's go. What up, Mr. Lopez? Sim Z in the house. What's goody? How you guys feeling? Welcome in, man. Welcome. It's gonna be a great day here. Ooh-wee. All right, what up, Clubhouse? How you guys doing? Welcome back. Hope you guys had a good session in London. NK Capital, what up, Muhammad? What's good? What up, Katie? What up, T. Callahan in the house? There he is. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Welcome. It is the 27th of May. Holy smokes. Where did the time go? What's up, Mooney? What's good? All right, I think I'm good. I'm just trying to get myself a little organized over here, and I think I'm pretty much good to go. So why don't we just bow down and just share some gratitude together and get ready for this awesome session here today. All right, let's do it. Father God, we thank you for another session. We thank you for continuing to pour the blessings upon us. We thank you. We thank you for preparing us to receive those blessings, to use those blessings to go out and be a blessing to others. So we thank you for the vision and shining a light on our path every step of the way. We give you the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's do it. We just caught the buy from the bottom. Let's go. What up, Elk? What up, Connor? What's good? What up, Ryder? Good to see y'all. Danky P in the house. What's up, Ken Hard? All right, we're a little behind on Clubhouse. DJ Scratchers in the building. All right, what up, Stephen B? All right, I think we're good. So welcome in, everyone. Today is the 27th. It is Wednesday. It is another day, another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined, to walk the 8-figure walk, not just talk it, but walk it. A lot of traders are good at doing the talking thing, real good at the talking thing, not as good as the walking thing. So let's make sure we're dialed in and making sure we're doing what we need to do here today. So it doesn't look like we have much going on in the headlines. I think tomorrow is going to be the bigger day when it comes to news, so nothing too crazy here today. A couple little meetings from the Fed, but that's pretty much it. Tomorrow will be more of a red folder day, but today we are pretty much chilling. So let's get into the technicals. Let's take a look at price, do a fresh top-down analysis, and if you guys can, give the stream a like, sub to the channel, and if you ain't got the ooh-wee, then you gotta go. You can't roll with us. All right, let me know about the music. Philippe is ready. I'm ready. Talk to me about music real quick, and I think if that's good, then we're good to go. A little bit lower. Okay, let's lower it a little bit. That should be fine and dandy right there. So, all right, let's talk about it. Let's lock in here for a few minutes, and let's talk about gold. Let's do a fresh top-down analysis and see what we can come up with here today on the daily. So this is the daily time frame, and we are moving, right? So we are moving bearish here for the most part. You are stuck in the range at the moment, right? So you have this support level here, you have resistance here, and this is our current range on the daily chart. So we were here yesterday about 24 hours ago. We were kind of looking at this closure here and anticipating that we could reject out of these highs here, which we did. Price ended up moving down, closing very strong bearish yesterday, tapping into support, but never closing below, right? Which is, this right here would have been so good because we had all this clean range, and then all this consolidation just kind of messed up our range over there, didn't it? So now we're kind of consolidating here. You got a strong bearish closure from yesterday. You didn't close below the range, but just because you're at support doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to stop there, right? So as we approached the Asian session last night, we were very bearish, and we want to see if price can go down and fill that wick, in which it definitely did. So it's probably now looking to tap into some targets over here to the left-hand side and then possibly catch some sort of rejections outside of it. So let's go ahead and see what this rejection's looking like on the 4-hour chart. I don't know if that's just a wick or if it's an actual bullish candle, but so far, we have a support level here. We never closed below. We are looking to possibly close below, but could we maybe get a rejection from these lows down here? Let's take a look at that 4-hour chart. So, okay, 4-hour moving down. So again, no valid closures on the 4-hour time frame just yet either. So I think, you got basically got some support, a lot of support right here. You have this candle that opened up and just melted here with no top wick at all. So could we come back up for that top wick? We've got an hour, 20 minutes left on this current 4-hour candle, and there is a shot that if we are rejecting the daily lows, and we can come back up and give that candle a top wick, whether it's going to be this candle or the next candle. So we'll see what happens here. Let's take a look at that 1 hour. 1 hour starting to try and create support. Let's go look left. Let's see what the 1 hour time frame is looking like over here. What is this? Let's keep that zone in mind. That's going to be 44.79. So yeah, I think any closure is back above there. You may want to actually wait for the range to break out here too and not take the original buy just because of how bearish price is. So maybe if we can get like a 15-minute resistance, celery play, something like that, we can look to go long here. Otherwise, you probably want to wait because this candle can continue driving down, create that lower wick. That'll be the 4-hour pushing back down here as well. So I think maybe in 20 minutes we get a 30-minute celery. We get a little 15-minute, bearish candle followed up by a bullish one, and we'll also get a nice 1-hour closure back above 83 here. So that's probably what I'll be looking for. 1 hour closure is back above 83. We've got no top wick on that previous 4-hour candle, or I should say on the current one, which is going to be way up here at 45.33. So if we can get that closure, this will be nice, right? We look for the buys coming back up and start to look for opportunities like this. So that is that's pretty much it. Nothing else really. If we stay below 76 here, then it's likely that we'll continue driving down. So let's say that this candle closes below and then we get a nice fresh clean closure here. We'll probably have to step in and continue shorting the market. Yeah, keep taking the sells here while the selling pressure is on. So we'll see. Big zone there at 76. We'll see if we end up staying below, but I think 1 hour closures are going to be our best bet here. And yeah, we got to wait. Yeah, so like range 2 on the 15, celery on the 30, and then 1 hour onion. Yeah, that'll be perfect. So that'll look like basically like this. Let me just draw it out. So 15-minute time frame will look like this. Maybe we get one more bearish move down. We stay above the zone, right? That'll also help the 1 hour get a bottom wick. Now you get a closure back above, and I love these buys right here, right here. But we're too bearish to get involved in the into the buy right now. But if we can get this to play out, you know, we get a lower wick here. We have some buy stops as volume comes in, clean traffic to the left, and that'll be my idea here for the buys. So yeah, let's see if that can happen. Likely that'll happen in the new 1 hour candle. As long as that 1 hour candle closes above, we'll be good to go. If we get that type of structure on the 15-minute, we'll also get a 30-minute celery play. All right, so the 30-minute candle will close up kind of like a celery play, and then you'll just have a simple strong 1 hour closure above. So that is it. 4 hour potentially tapping target, no top wicks. Daily been making a run all day, kind of tapped into these support levels and might be able to see some sort of rejection now. So yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah, if we stay below, then we can look for sells, but anything back above there, I'm going to probably start looking for the longs. All right. Cool. Yeah, range 2 though. You need the range 2 on the 15. So basically what I just drew out on the 15 is exactly what we want to see. All right. Cool. What's up, Green? There he is. Cheers, mate. Let's have a green day here, eh? It's always good when Green's here. Always good. I blow 3 accounts just now. I'm a professional account blower. Yeah, man. I put that down, picked up. Yeah, there you go. Good. What about the new Iran State TV? I have no idea. I'm definitely going to wait for the range 2 buys. Good idea. I like that one. All right, let's go. What's up, Arrow Sassy? How we feeling? How many others are professional account blowers? Trust me, you're not alone there. You're with about 95% of the group. 95% of the herd out there that likes to trade, but very few are profitable. Do strong trends override target taps and the 4 hour no wick and stuff? Yeah, you know, if the 4 hour, it just depends. You know, sometimes you have like a really strong target, like a really strong support, which I don't see one here right at the moment. Like it's probably going to be way down here. But you know, at the same time, you have the daily tapping target. You 4 hour kind of filled the wicks over here. So yeah, I think structure helps you with everything, really. If you're going to go against the trend, you need a range 2. You know, if you're going to go with it, you take the range 1. So that structure tends to help us and, you know, set us up for a good trade regardless. I like counter trend trades. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I don't mind. I'll go with the trend or against it. You know, I just need a little bit more confirmation when we go against it. But yeah, I do like counter trend trades, especially when it comes to target tapped, the target tap concept and being in those areas. What's up, Energy? Can you explain the range 2 buy? Yeah, range 2 is, so if we're going to go against the 4 hour, which is, the 4 hour is bearish, right? So if we're going to go against that, and let's say we take a buy right now, that, you know, that might just be a 4 hour candle fluctuating a little bit. So what'll happen is a lot of times you'll get involved. Look what happened here, right? You got kind of pushed up, and then you see how now price is driving back down. So price probably needs to drive down to create a new, support. So, or it's just driving back down because it's ready to go back down here. So the range 2, right? This would be a range 1 buy. We would be in that buy right now, but I wouldn't feel that comfortable in that buy because the 4 hour candle is so bearish at the moment, right? So bearish. Even though it doesn't have much of a top wick, it's still very, very bearish, right? So you're now getting into a buy position while the 4 hour candle looks like this. So likely there was a little bit of fluctuation there, and it's just going to continue, heading south, right? After like that little bit of taps you in, does a little pullback on the 15, and then keeps driving. So in order for me to get in, I want to see actual break and retest of that zone. So that way I know, okay, if we've now pushed up, grabbed the highs, closed bearish or whatever, but remained above, and now we're getting a new closure above, now I'm interested because now I know, okay, we're probably not going down. We closed above the range. Everything is still looking bullish. 4 hour has tapped the target, and now I could feel a lot more comfortable with the idea of this 4 hour candle looking like this, but moving up, because now we've got, you know, the break, the retest, the closure back above, and then I'm getting in on the next candle, right? So that's like extra confirmation, and that'll save us from getting faked out, right? Now we take these buys right there versus trying to get in too early, take buys, and then all of a sudden, you know, you got to deal with this fake out here or something where price closed back below, because again, the 4 hour wants to go down, and now you're stuck in that buy from way up there, and it's likely that if we close below, the 4 hour candle will keep driving. So this is what the range 2 saves us from, is that that fake out, right? That what would look good on the lower time frames is really just a bit of a fluctuating candle on the higher time frame, like the 4 hour, and that's typically where the fake outs will happen. Yeah. Spidey, there he is. There he is. How many? A lot. Yeah. What's up, Zach? Good morning, bro. If the candle closed below the line, would you take the sells on the continued down? Possibly. Yeah, we'll have to see how that candle closes. It has to be on the. We need the 1 hour candle to close before stepping into any trades right now. Or I need the 1 hour candle. I don't know about but me. What up, Rizzo? Oh, he's back in the clubby. Let's go. What up, brother? How are you? Welcome in. What's up, Clubhouse? How's everyone feeling in there? How you guys doing? Welcome in. What up, Q? Good to see you, bro. What do I think about the 15-minute pack runner for London 4:30? London 4:30. 4:30 pack runner. Which one? Oh, 15-minute. Oh, this one here? Okay. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, nice trade. Wow. Beauty. Bunch of daredevils though, getting bullish without me here in that downtrend, eh? All right, I like you guys. I like your aggressiveness. I like that, you know, you guys starting to notice that you're really starting to get familiar, right? Just by showing up here every day, you're starting to get much more familiar. Like, these are probably trades that most of you guys wouldn't even have taken a couple months back, but now you see the pack runner, you gain the confidence, you enter the positions. Yeah, this looks great. Yeah, nice little clean move back up to that range. I wouldn't be looking for anything higher than this during that downtrend. So lovely. I'm assuming that you probably closed partials probably around here. Yeah, maybe wick fill somewhere in that zone, in that gap, and then full TP up here. Yeah, that's great trade. Excellent little counter trend move too. Like, you wouldn't take the buy here because notice how you have an inverted celery here, right? But you wouldn't take that buy. That would be a range 1 buy. And look, you'd be happy you didn't, because you see, you get activated, price drives down, you know, basically just ranges for a while, and then it's not until the official range 2 breakout, right, that you get the move up. So yeah, great job. Excellent trade. Excellent. 430, huh? 430. Yeah, we took sells. Look at this. We took sells last night. I said, you know what? This is going to be one that just, you can hold this till New York session. But unfortunately, we got, I mean, just a little runner, but we got involved in sells here. Yeah, right there. Look at that. Yeah. I actually got out, so I didn't get hit at break even. I remember I sent something in the chat. I don't know, at some point before bed, I came back and looked at my my chart, because we had just let runners go all the way down into I think it was like 26 there or something. So yeah, I just let one contract run, and once we had a bullish closure, let me try and find it. I think it was, yeah, right here. Yeah, basically once this candle closed, I just missed full TP down there, which is way down in the wicks. So I ended up closing my position right here before going to bed. But look at this, man. We came back up and literally tapped entry there. So if anyone went to sleep and woke up to that, I'll pray for you a little bit. But either way, we took most of our position. So this was a lovely position too. We hung out and drawdown for a while here. Stops are back above the highs. You had TP sitting down here, and that was our trade from Asian last night. So we got in off the break of this low on that candle. Let me just make it a little bigger. So we got in here off the break of this low, and price went a little bit into profit. We had a partial TP sitting right here. No, I'm sorry, not a partial TP. It was a break even. So break even was sitting right here, and this candle just missed the break even. And I didn't mind that. I still expected a big push regardless. I like the idea of gold moving down from this point. I felt like we were in a good area to start taking sells and shorting the market. So stops were good, stops were valid. We had a zone that was sitting right here. Yeah, right here. So the idea was if any of these candles start closing back above the range, then we will manage that position, right? The only candle that really came close, like this one obviously poked up, but it was this one right here. It actually came up, moved back above the range, and literally in the last, I don't know, chat, what was that? It was like in the last like 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds, it dropped back down. So that candle closed below the range. Therefore, we stay put, we hold fire, we don't make any sort of emotional decisions, right? We stay in that trade. Next candle broke the highs on the 15, just nipped them, and I just knew that was going to be liquidity right there. So you move up, you break those highs, a lot of buyers activated there. We come crashing back down. This candle closes strong bearish. We also had a beautiful 1 hour candle closure as well, and then this one went for the ride there. So nice candle there. That candle got us our partials. This one got me my second set of partials, and then yeah, full TP was taken right there. Just missed the full TP, but insane move. We were in this trade for about an hour, but it was lovely. It was a good move. 30-minute looked great too. Everything was looking good. Resistance was formed, and then here's that 1 hour. 1 hour just looked phenomenal there. Look at that. Just look at it. But man, the maturity, the composure, the calmness, right? Like that I witnessed last night in the Asian session from these clubhouse members. I just got to tip my cap, man. There's so much growth going on. It's incredible. Incredible. How'd you guys feel in that trade? It was good, right? Felt good. Felt good just listening to price action, not listening to your own emotions. Feels good when you're not oversized and you're not thinking about the outcome of the trade so much, and you can just let it play out. See Melly. What's poppin'? See Melly, you caught that with us last night, or were you driving? Woke up, BE. How many pips did we get in Asian? I think my original closure was like, I think it was like right around like 75, 80 pips. Yeah, I caught about 80 on the live, about 80 on the funded. Like 3 pips? Yeah, I know. That was I can't believe that. Can't believe it. The Asia trade was good, man. It was good. It was a good trade. Again, we sat in it for a little while, about an hour or so, and then it got moving for us. Yeah, so if we got in here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 15-minute candles. We were in there, and then after that, we just closed partials, and a lot of us left runners, and we just got off stream and stuff like that, and yeah, just left runners. What time was that? 1 a.m. 12:45. We got tapped. All right, let me move down here. Who's the best futures prop firm? I don't think there's a best, but there's a couple that we recommend. Go check out those ones. I mean, Top One, Tradeify, Lucid, Top Step. I mean, there's a bunch of good ones. So just go in there, read some of some of the stuff on their website, pick an account. You know, all these companies have so many accounts now, so it's just crazy, right? Like, oh, Tradeify's got the best account with this, but Top One's got the best account with that, but Apex you can copy, you know. So it's just so many options, man, so many options. So go ahead and pick, you know, make your choice. I mean, what a blessing it is, right, to have so many options for, in a way, lending, right? Like we're basically being lended some drawdown so we can maybe get a payout out of it. So there's a lot of options out there. Fuck. Which one? How can you say it was an excellent sell when the bearish candle doesn't have a top wick? The first trade? Which one was the first trade? I don't know. Either way, whatever trade I was talking about, it was an excellent sell because everything lined up with my playbook. So whether it had top wick, bottom wick, whatever it was, I think you're talking about the Asian session trade, no? Which candle? I don't know. Yeah, one of the candles actually opened up. It started moving down without a top wick, but then it moved back up. I think it was this one here. Yeah, it broke the lows without a top wick, moved back up, created the top wick, and then ripped. Yeah, I'm not sure what other candle you're talking about. So I see. Yeah, you could also check trade set. Go over to trade set, check all the prop firms that we have listed in there. Some of them we have discount codes, others are just like, you know, other good options. So yeah, check that out. London trade? I don't know. I didn't take a trade in London. Had two contracts running. You wouldn't have expected that to go back up and tap our entry. Punked out and closed it. All right, no biggie. Should we consider the pack runner will give us the least amount of drawdown? I wasn't even in drawdown for a second. Yeah, but you know, you can't always wait on it, right? You can't always wait on the pack runner. You're gonna miss a lot of moves if you're just, you know, hoping to get a pack on every trade, you know. So there comes a time where, you know, you should expect the pack runner, but there's other times where, you know, I wouldn't wait on it for the entry. But in London, you said 430. I think it was a good idea. Yeah, that was on the 15. Was that 15 or 30? 15, I think. Yeah, so anytime you have a candle with, like, you know, little to no bottom wick like that, then yes, great idea. Great idea to wait. Same deal here. If you're going to, like, look for a buy and it doesn't have much of a bottom wick, same deal. Goldie, can't stop the rain here. The one I went over earlier? Yeah, probably. I can't remember, though. I forgot which one. Here's Johnny.
Yo.
Johnny
Mr.
Gems.
Top G. What's poppin'?
How are ya?
Bro, I am amazing, man. Blessed and highly favored. Grateful to be here. Grateful to be alive. How are you feeling?
Same, brother. Same. Happy to be here, too.
Let's get it, man. Let's go. Time to do a job here and be disciplined to our trading rules. Let's do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Another day.
Let me get you over here.
What's up, chat? What up, what up? Another session. Be patient and disciplined traders.
Johnny Gems, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Got back in last night like a savage.
Yes, sir.
Savage.
Amazing Asian session last night. You took advantage of those sells. Congratulations. Yeah, that was a good trade. Nick, do you know why, bro? I found out in London the reason why I got out and you didn't.
Why is that, buddy?
Bro, for some reason the charts were like off. Like my live trade over chart was all from Top Step. So like the candle for me closed above, so I got out, but it didn't close above for you. So that's why like me and you were like, that's why we were like talking about like
We
why
have
did
different
we
ranges
do
or something?
different? Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember you guys were saying something like that.
So it's just slightly different. So I had the closure above, so I got out, but it stayed below for you. So that's why, you know, it was like confusing
Gotcha.
when we were explaining it. Yeah. But still amazing trade, man. You know, awesome
Yes,
trade
sir.
there.
Great trade. That thing ran too. Ran like
Yeah.
basically
It
all the
really
way
did.
back down into the daily wick area.
Yeah. Regardless of the outcome, the trade was very good. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to get a re-entry on the 1 hour chart. The
Yeah,
higher
that was
time frames
nice.
really said it all, you know, hence the bleeder that happened after the, you know, partials and the move that we took.
Yeah, gold just trying to go down.
Yep.
Down,
Well, I'm
down,
with you on those
baby.
buys, man. 4 hour no top wick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get those too, maybe. We got no bottom wick here on the 30 as well, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
15-minute, you know, moving down. You got support. 30-minute support here too, so no 1 hour
Yep.
closure though.
Yes, sir.
No 1 hour closure.
Buys looking good.
The no quaking team, yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
nah,
for
we-
shout out the clubhouse. Like everyone, the composure is getting so much better from everyone else. It's so amazing. Everyone's just making so much progress every day.
that's that detach size right there.
Exactly.
That could be a turning point, a breakthrough for your trading business this year. You just never know. Never know. That's
Yup.
why it's important to show up every day and, you know, listen and come as a student and learn. Like, you might hear something one day that just rocks you, just changes everything for your trading, right? Even something as small as, a detached size, right? Like, all of a sudden, for some reason, that might just click. It might just hit you. And I think it hit a lot of people. I think a lot of people have started to like agree that they've been risking too much per trade, and it's been getting them emotional, and that emotion is you know, not allowing them to succeed at the end of the day, right? It's you know, making them make unwise decisions, right, at the desk. So if you just tame down the risk, you tame down the emotion, and then you get rid of the bad decision making, right? Now you can make clear, composed decisions because you're not so obsessed with the outcome of every single trade you take. And once you can get there, just give yourself time from there, and you will start to see some success. And then if you can stay doing that, right, like just do not stop doing that, man, you're gonna have a great year, great rest of the year.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, man. Shout out everyone applying the detach size in their trading. I think that's a major trading hack right there.
Yep.
Because think about it, you sticking to your detach size is gonna help you, is gonna keep you safe from over risking, right? On top of that, you sticking to 1 to 2 trades a day is gonna keep you safe from over trading. And when we think about why do traders constantly fail, you think about 2 things: over trading and over risking, right? So you show up daily to follow those rules that will protect you from the reasons that every trader fails constantly, then you won't fail constantly. And if you don't fail constantly, then you'll win constantly. And that's the whole idea here with being disciplined to your rules.
Most people hear that and think, oh, that's going to slow me down. I'm not going to make as much money. It's like, dude, you're not making any money right now. What you mean you're not going to make that much money? You're not making any money right now, right? Why don't you give it a try? How's swinging for the fences going for you? Right? Well, I just won't make that much money. It's like, dude, you have never gotten a payout. Well, what are you talking about? Like, as if you're going against something that's actually working right now, bro. You don't have any success, right? You got to try something new, switch it up a little bit. See if maybe lowering your size can help you stay involved in trades better, right? It's just like you got to make changes. You know, you can't expect to just get lucky and at some point and then just have a whole bunch of luck moving forward. You got to align yourself and put yourself in position to win, and a lot of times that's doing these little minor things like lowering your size and slowing down to speed up, and taking the base hits, right, and staying out of stupid trades, right? These are all things that you have to stop doing in order to be successful. Most of you you don't even really need that much technical help anymore. You just need to control your mind and control your decision making at the desk and make sure it's stayed aligning with what you're trying to accomplish.
Yes, sir, man.
And we're seeing, and I've done
Slate.
that, and I'm starting to see, and I've been seeing traders, over the years, but really starting to see it over the last year or so. Other traders really starting to grasp that concept and starting to apply it into their own trading.
Oh. Hell yeah, man. Remember, Chad, that's the slight edge between a pro and an amateur, right? A pro will show up every day with the main focus of following his rules. The amateur shows up with the main focus of just trying to make money, right? So that's why we're like, yo, have one goal today, not to make money, but to produce your edge and to follow your rules. Because when you follow your rules, then you produce your edge. And then when you produce your edge, then you experience positive expectancy, right? Positive results. So that's why we're like, yo, have one goal today. Be disciplined to your rules.
Yep.
And the rest will take care of itself.
Rules, baby, rules. Yesterday, we respected our rule, didn't we? 5 minute, boom, we would have got in. We would have took a loss. Same thing in Asian, right? If we would have broke one of our rules, we would have probably took a loss or been in pretty big drawdown for a little bit in Asian last night too. So you just got to follow your rules. You got to find what rules keep you safe in the market and then just follow them. Just like you see me do every day. Just like you see me do every day. So you got to get tired of saying, it doesn't work. It's not working for me. Like, no, you're not working for you. You, right? Oh, I got this one thing and it didn't work and it was a scam. Like, no, you're the scam, dude. You scammed yourself because you said you would do something and you didn't end up doing it, right? You didn't end up following through. So who's the real scammer? You're scamming you, right? Mr. V would always say, Nick, I don't want to hear that, man. He said, anytime you say it, I want you to replace it with you. Lock in and take ownership. Damn, okay. Right? So, this is on you. You got to lock in. You got to take ownership. You can't keep saying you're going to do something and not do it. You're never going to get results that way. So it's all on you, baby. It's all on you. We can only help you as much as we can. We can only be here, exemplify it. We can only help ourselves, right? And maybe by helping ourselves, it could exemplify how to help yourself. But at the end of the day, it's all on the individual. You owe you.
Sir.
I owe you. You owe you.
That's coming from the top G.
Took the same trade last night. Closed a little loss. When the candle closed strong, bullish. Yeah, the reason I didn't close anything there is because we're still closing below that range that I had marked up there. So, yeah, but I could see why someone would close. But again, if you understand ranges and you understand where your trade is still valid, then if you had that range marked up, I think the candle closing below was able to tell you basically everything we needed to know.
Yeah, and I also got out too, right? So if you were like me, whose chart was like a little bit different and had the closure above and got out, then I think that was good, because you listened to the charts in the structure, and if it closed above on your chart, you got out, and I also did that too.
Yep.
And guess what? I was able to get a re-entry right after, so. No biggie, took
My
the
man
small
got
loss,
right back in, stepped right in.
Yeah, because I'm like, this thing's gonna melt. Like.
Yeah, we were all in it. We were loving it. I never once was I like, this trade, right? I mean, basically until we closed back above that range, we had no worries at that point.
Yeah. If the 1 hour didn't have that onion set up, though, I would have definitely have stayed out and waited,
Yeah, see, everything kept staying below.
That's crazy, yo, that I closed. Look, I'm going to send in my trade.
Yeah,
Look at mine. Mine closed above. That's
bro,
sick.
that thing dumped down in the last 10 seconds too.
Wow.
Yo, that was epic.
Look at what I sent you.
Give me a reason to
above.
stay in. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that
So-
was my plan too. Management wise, if it closes back above, then maybe close half or close full. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, so. I'm glad, if it closed above for you, you would have got out too.
Yeah. I would have managed it for sure.
Makes me feel great about my trade and my management.
Yeah, remember what I was saying is the only way if we close above, the only way I stay in is if we close a no top wick or something, right?
Yeah.
Then we'll maybe look for the fake out, but yeah.
Yep. especially after being like 1 pip away from like TP, 2 pips away from TP. I seen the closure above, so I had to make that management decision. And actually, I can't say shoulda, woulda, coulda. Me and Nick say this all the time. We can't say shoulda, woulda, coulda when you have a plan, right? When you have a plan, the plan makes the plan instills the decision making for you. So, yeah, I'm glad that me and Nick followed our plan both. And the decision making in it.
Listen to candlesticks.
Yeah. Yep.
Listen to candles for management. Can you talk about what's happening now and not what was done? Well, you just missed the whole like thought process on management while there's nothing happening right now. What's happening right now? Nothing. But what we just talked about management might have just flew over your head.
That's why it's so important to be here like early and just watching the stream the whole time. Never know what you're gonna miss.
Yo, what up, Daniel? Daniel.
What up, Daniel? Yeah, Jacob, you might have to roll forward the chart twice because I'm able to trade on my live TradeOvate account, but for some reason it made me roll forward twice, so I don't know why. So try that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Norbin, same thing. Try rolling forward again. See how that works.
I mean, there's much more important things to talk about, like me scoring an 88 yesterday in golf, right? Than to talk about the nothing that's happening right now in the moment. I mean, come on, can we get a round of applause? I mean, that was, I don't know. I don't know if there was a trading W that felt better than that 88 yesterday. Maybe I'm just, still, caught up in the moment a little bit.
Bro, congrats, dude.
Yo, that was no joke.
Proud of you, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Come a long way, bro. I remember seeing the first golf shot you ever took, man. A swing and a miss.
Crazy, right?
Now you're getting 88.
I'll never forget the first pop that I got, man. It was in that first round, and I was addicted ever since. Had a little 9-iron coming out, I was probably about $150 away, and I hit this shot. I was like, yo, that's it. I'm playing this game forever. But 88, honestly, the progress has happened a little faster than I would have imagined, but that's also because I've been dedicating a lot of time at the range. Range game's been crazy.
I think I'm gonna hit the range.
What's up, Lights Fire? We've been talking about it for 30 minutes. Oh, no, we have not. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop. We've been talking about this trade up here for 30 minutes? Really? I got to go back and watch the stream. I got to go back. I think you might be over-exaggerating.
Yeah.
I think
more like
you
10
might.
minutes. 15 minutes.
More like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. And there was a lot of wisdom in that. Hopefully you caught it.
Probably not.
Playing video games.
Probably not. I mean, out of how many people are here? 1,000 people. 1,000 people here. 400 in the clubhouse. I mean, again, the 80-20 rule is gonna apply no matter what. So 80% of you guys you think you're locked in, but you're not. You're hearing me, and I'm your background noise, and you're just waiting for me to call a trade, and you don't care about anything else that happened, right? And then 20% of you guys are locked in. So what's 20% of 1,400? I don't know. It's not that many people, so you can't expect it anyway. But you know what? I'll still show up here daily and pour my heart out and give you guys my thoughts on the markets and call some trades and have some fun. But yeah, don't be one of the 80%. You got to be locked in. Most will not understand what we talked about up there. I haven't even been on for 30 minutes.
Remember, chat. One of the first things Nick taught me was separation. Look at the masses, do the opposite. If you want different results than everyone else, then you gotta do different things. And majority of traders constantly fail, so we have to do the opposite of them to experience better results.
Yes, sir. Let's see what we got. Positive Mind, looking good. I know Positive Mind's been paying attention.
Positive Mind.
I know that man's been paying. Does your P&L look like Positive Mind's P&L? That's the question. That man's paying attention. Nice
See a
job,
lot
brother.
of
Nice
green.
job.
Little red.
Excellent. Yeah, a lot of green, little red. A lot of green, little red.
Nice
Very
job, positive
clean.
mind.
Great job, brother. No surprise. Man's been locked in with camera on every single session. I don't know if he's in London every day, but I see him every single day in New York and Asian, so no surprise.
London's his session.
Oh, London's his main session.
Oh, Asian and New York.
Okay.
Those are his side gigs right there.
Let's go, see Melly. Writing in the journal today, he said, I decided that these next 6 months will be the best 6 months of my life. Right? That's all you got to do is decide.
Amazing.
Yeah. You know, real awareness, real awakeness is once you realize that you're just the one playing the game. You're not the actual character in it. You have the ability to level that character up or level that character down, and then it's on you from there. 5 streams.
Man, 30-minute, no bottom wick, no top wick. Sound fishy.
Something's going on here.
You know buys are setting up here.
Possibly. What does he want me? Yeah, what would you like? Yeah, ask a question at least or something. Talk about something different.
Would you rather him take a trade right now and lose, or would you rather him wait like whenever for a setup and then maybe win?
And if you don't ask me questions, then I'm just gonna bore you with my golf stories. Yeah. Should we get started on yesterday's round? I can basically walk you through hole 1 all the way through 18. I'll even bring it up on YouTube so I can show you the holes. Some of you got, please God, no, please don't. Please, Lord, give me a question. Give me a question to ask.
How do I avoid overtrade? Next question in the chat.
Took a bad trade here on there. Am I funded but not? Man, okay, cool. Wall Street golf, baby. Nah, yo, yesterday, John, did you watch the stories I sent you on Snap?
No, I didn't.
Oh, bro, you're gonna enjoy those later.
I
documented the whole round and just sent it over to these guys. I mean, there was a couple shots where I was like, who am I?
Damn.
Who am I? What?
Damn, bro, so I'll have to take a look at those then.
You got to.
All right, bro.
Imagine me telling Mr. V to change what he's talking about. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, what do you think he would have done, bro? Knowing him. Left? Like, yo, I'm not wasting my time with this guy.
He'd be like, you know what? New York live stream today? Ending now. Ending soon. But I'm not Mr. V, so I'm back. I'm back. I am at your service.
This is Mr. Nick.
Can I get my clubs and break down each club? Yes, I'd be happy to do that. Why don't you look at the 15 closure? Which one, brother? The one with no bottom wick or the one with no top wick? Oh, this one here? This one, there's no top wicks on these candles, right? So I'm just going to stay out. If I was going to get in, I wanted to get in way up here. You got no bottom wick on the candle, no top wick. I mean, this is like normal stuff for us. So if you've been around for quite some time, I can see somebody new asking that question. But if you've been around here for a while and you're asking that question, then you got to really sharpen up, man. Tighten up. There's no bottom wick here. We're still in a range. There's no top wick here. You would never see me get in a position like this, ever. But if you're new, the reason why is because we got no bottom wick, which is no range, no top wick here, no closures or anything like that. Music is missing? Nah, it's in the background. It's in the background. You guys can't hear it? Extraordinary. How to overcome negative thinking during a trade? I mean, why are you thinking negative? You know, what's so negative about it? let's talk for a minute.
Sounds
Like what is so negative, right? What kind of negative thoughts are you experiencing while you're in trades? I love getting in trades. You know, I love being in a trade. I love seeing my setup and have it show up, and I'm, you know, grateful that it showed up and grateful that I can get in and possibly make some money. I don't have any negative thoughts at all. So I'm just now wondering, like, what negative thoughts are you dealing with while you're in a trade and while you're holding on?
Yeah, man. You know, you might be in the habit of just thinking negatively, like, since you were born, you know, in a way, like your environment and stuff, you know, where you grew up, the environment you grew up in, like you could have just gained the negative mindset from that. And now you're just in a bad habit of thinking negatively, right? So what do you have to do now? You have to replace bad habits with good habits, right? So instead of thinking negatively, train your mind to think positively by enforcing constant repetition of positive thinking, right? So this exercise is very important. You know, Earl Nightingale, Nick does this, Bob Proctor, all these guys do this. They take negative thoughts and they flip them into positive thoughts, and constantly doing that is creating a new habit. Just like you constantly follow your plan, you constantly are patient and disciplined, that is creating the habit of patience and discipline and all that stuff, right? So that's what I would do. Every single day I work on that.
If you're having negative thoughts about stop loss getting hit, then that means, you know, every trade you enter has the possibility of the stop loss getting hit. So that means you're going to think negative on every single trade. Like, you know, that you can't think, you know, again, you're going to lose trades, right? It's going to happen. I lose trades. Everyone loses trades, right? I lose trades today. I could lose a trade today, right? I lost a trade last week. I still lose trades. I'll never stop losing trades. Neither will you, right? So the only way to fix that is maybe you're just afraid of not the stop loss getting hit, but the number that it's going to take away out of your account. So let's say that number is 500. And if you are starting to say, one thing I've learned here is if you are afraid of your stop loss getting hit, or you're thinking negatively about your stop loss getting hit, then you are just risking too much money. So lower it down. Maybe you should be here at maybe 100, right? Maybe you're 5x right now and you need to bring that down, right? So maybe instead of risking 500, risk 100 and do that for the next 5 trades and see if that helps you feel a little bit better when it comes to, you know, getting into trades and having those thoughts come through your mind. Now, if you're a negative person, which you may be, and that's okay. I was a negative person too at one point. You're probably thinking, well, that's going to stop me from making money. But I have to tell you, like I said earlier, you're probably not even making money right now. So what does it matter if you make money slower? It's actually coming in faster because you ain't making any right now, right? So lower the size a little bit. The only reason you're uncomfortable with a stop loss getting hit is because you don't want to lose the amount that's at risk. You're not afraid or you're not negative about a stop loss getting hit. You're probably just negative about the amount of money that would be taken from you if that stop loss gets hit. So how do we solve that problem? Right here. We lower size drastically. And then maybe you say, you know what, 100, that's chump change. That's peanuts, right? I don't like that. I'm letting the trade run and I don't even care. Maybe your number is 250, right? But maybe go all the way down so you can see, okay, maybe it is 100, but maybe at 100, you're just like, whatever, no feeling at all. So maybe you find your sweet spot, AKA your detached size, right? Like John talks about and we're talking about now. And then you start running with that detached size, and then you're detached, right? So therefore you won't have any negative resentment to the trade. So that's what I would say.
Yeah. To add to that too, man, that was all so fire in facts. To add to that too is you could be lacking some confidence as well, you know, and how does a trader gain confidence? From his statistical data, right? So maybe you have to practice executing this system, right, with that detached size, and on top of it, collecting data, right, that will gain confidence, right, that will produce confidence within you. And then, bro, you know, that will help you not be so negative anymore, man, when you have that confidence as well on top of being detached from the outcome.
Yes, sir.
Because I'll feel much better about a setup when I know statistically that it's going to win 75% of the time plus, you know. I'll feel very confidently about that setup when I'm taking it, which will basically allow me to avoid negative thinking because I'm confident in it.
Yep.
Thanks to my statistical data.
Good question. Good question. Let's see. That 100's my rent. All right, then you got to go lower then, you know. Maybe 100's too much for you, you know. So maybe you got to go lower. So again, it's again, I think we all fear losing money, right? We all fear risk a little bit. We all fear losing in general. So it's not like it's not normal, right? Like it's a normal thing to kind of be like, hey, I don't want my stop loss to get hit, right? That's why traders are a different breed. Like who else is okay with just losing a bag? Like everyone thinks they want to learn, like everyone thinks they want to trade until they lose $1,000 in 20 seconds. Now they're like, hey, I thought all we do is win money here. You know, you lose too, right? You lose too. So it's like no one wants to lose, right? If I ever get into a trade, like, would I rather win or would I rather lose? Right? Like, obviously, I'd rather win, but you can't win them all, and I understand that. So once you understand that this is a probability game, like we talk about, now you can get much more comfortable with your losses, and you won't take them personally. I think a lot of us in the beginning of our trading career, we take these losses personally, like as if the market just did us dirty. Like it came for my stop loss. Like, yeah, okay. On your demo account, the market don't even know you, right? So it's like we really take that stuff personally, and you got to detach from that. So you got to understand it's a probability game. Every winner is going to lose. Every winner is going to lose trades. So you just got to be cool with that. And again, that detached size really makes it easy to get on that level. So work on it, you know, just work on it. Find a size that works for you and stick to it. Don't look at mine, right? Mine could be 100. And by the way, accounts, you may have a different high and low for accounts, right? Like obviously on my funded, I can't risk as much as I can on my live. So you have to make these adjustments per account, what your capital looks like, all that. So it's not just a technical or an emotional thing. It has to do with capital and, you know, trading smart.
And when you have the data too that shows that you take some losses, but you also have taken more wins to make those losses back, that's going to help you as well. Just later on in your journey, you know, just not be afraid of losses, because you know statistically you'll make them back. And when you know your statistical data, you'll understand the probabilities, right? We know that we have a 75% win rate, which only means that we have a 25% losing rate. So we know those losses are going to come, but we know we're going to make them back. Understanding probabilities, understanding our data, sticking to a detached size, we can stay composed and continue to follow the process.
Yeah. Hey, Norbin. Hey, Norbin. Hey. I didn't say I eagled 18. I said I had an eagle look. I missed eagle, I missed birdie, and I parred out. It's messed up, though. If I hit an eagle, you wouldn't believe me? Damn, Norbin. I just missed eagle. No, I'm just kidding. I probably missed eagle. It was probably a 55-foot putt for eagle. So ended up missing that, and unfortunately missing birdie by literally an inch. But you know, we knocked in for par. Anyways, what were we saying? I think that was important. What were we saying there?
Just that
the detached size, the probability.
You understand probabilities. You know, you got your detached.
That's right.
You can be consistent, disciplined to it, you'll win.
Yep. How to make more money than you know what to do it.
No.
Some of you guys are like, wait, what? Hold on. Did they just talk about that? I got to pause the game real quick. Put the Barbies down, man. Come on. I'm trying to spit the gems here. I'm trying to give you game. Trying to give you everything that we use in order to stay profitable. You know, it's a jungle out here. You got to defend yourself. You got to make sure that you're succeeding. Otherwise, you know, you will get chopped up here in the market. So these are the things that we use on a day-to-day that keep us safe, keep us green, and ultimately keep us pushing forward every day. Shot an 84 once. Wow. Yo, I don't even want to golf anymore. I just want to leave it at that. I was like, maybe I'll golf today. And I'm like, hell no. I got to hold on to that 88 for at least a couple days.
All right. Hear that.
Dada, yeah, listen to the Dada. Yep. All right, well, we got 9:30 here, so we've been moving down. Let's take a look at this range over here to the 30-minute. I'm just going to mark something off on where that closure happened. Let's go ahead and see what's over here. Come on, Goldie. All right, let's take a look. All right, so it looks like we're closing at supports. This was the support, all the range from before we gapped up there. So, yeah, there's no sells for me at this point. Just going to observe how we do here, and maybe we can get some rejections, whether it be at 9 or 10, you know, something like that, and catch this move back up. Let's get rid of all this real quick. What was that? 44.23. All right, let's keep that. 44.23. Boom. So we know we got support there. We know we got clean range up. We've got no breakout or anything like that. No top wick. 4-hour, you know, hit target over here to the left as well. So could we see 9:30 pop us out of this target now and potentially move up here? So we'll see what happens. Probably going to need a 15 closure at least. And if we can get that, you know, that'd be great. We got a lot of clean range to move back up now. Yeah, you see this would have been the first breakout here too. A lot of buyers got stopped out here. Price drove all the way down, stopped them out. Now I think on this next support level, if we can get that, that's where we'll get the pullback. Why didn't you see 15 fake out sells? I was waiting for the 1 hour to close. Yeah. Afraid to take an L on a demo. Yeah, a lot of you guys should use like I think a big problem too is people get into trading like initially and they just go for like the biggest funded account, and like why not take like a $25 account out and just work that thing for 2.5 weeks, right? You literally don't spend any money, you don't lose any money. You're in for $25, right? And then you can come here every day and start learning. You do that for 2-3 weeks, you should be ready for a good run on a new fresh 50K or even 100K at that point. But try not to get the 100Ks and the 50s and all that, you know, the instants, and spend all that big money without knowing what you're doing. Detach size
yes, sir, bro. It's
easier
like
when you don't need the money. You got to trick yourself, Jason, into never needing the money. You know, again, not needing gives you basically everything, right? When you detach, that's how you get. So believe it or not, again, you know, even when I didn't have that much money, I had to pretend, hey, I don't need the money. I got millions coming in. Right? Let me just act that way and trade that way. So yeah, I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy to play mind games like that, but you gotta do it. Yeah, Norbin, absolutely. Yeah, running on a time schedule is key. Yep. Yeah, I like to do that too. You know, kind of move by the book a little bit. I'm a little bit more lenient on that probably this year just because I got a crazy household, but yeah, I love, you know, staying on track. Especially if you're falling victim to like just being unproductive throughout your day, it's nice to have structure. And if you can set up your day the night before, even better. You know, those that set up their day the night before are way more likely to get some of those things done, if not all of them, and be much more productive the next day. And then if you tie a time to it, like at 5 a.m. I will wake up. At 5:30, I will be at the gym, right? At 6:30, I will be home and I will be journaling. At 7:30, I will be opening up my charts, right? Like if you can do that too, I mean, that's even better. It just give you more structure. Dun, dun, dun. Why did you not enter on the 15? It broke the support and closed below. Could have entered. Which one? Which 15-minute candle? Yeah, you got to understand, you never had a 30 closure below that, right? And you have no top wick. So there's other things that kind of, you know, play a role outside of just what you see on one time frame. Is to make the best trades. Yep. Little Mark Douglas. Is that Mark Douglas? The goal of the trader is to make the best trades, right?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so.
I think he said something like that.
I'm sure he said something like that. I feel like that I've heard you say that. that quote exactly.
2 candles ago, no top wick, way overextended. You know, like, look at this. I mean, if I would have entered here, I would have to enter somewhere here, right? Where's my nearest resistance? Way up here. That's not a good idea. You know, you're likely to see a pullback at some point. Yeah, you know, this candle went down, but look, now the next one's starting to come back up. So this candle could have been the last candle. So, you know, it's just part of my rules, right? I don't take sells when they're, you know, 400 pips from resistance.
On top of it, the higher time frame looks better to move up than down because the 4 hour doesn't even have a top wick. So that too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm trying to catch the move shooting back up here too.
Yep. So those sells are invalid with this system because 1, it's overextended, 2, it doesn't follow the higher time frame bias.
Yeah. Look, the sells aren't invalid. You heard what John said? They're just invalid for this system.
Yeah.
So there's other traders who just milked the sells here, and it went with their plan, and they're enjoying profit, you know. But again, there's multiple different ways to trade.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. Joey still also a trader? Yeah, a trader. Joey does a few things. He does a few things.
That man's a great sport bettor. Can't lie.
Yeah.
He made money last night on a bet.
Did he?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to start paying him for a signal or something.
For real, we might need those signals.
He should run up like a $100 signal program or something.
Yo, facts, yeah.
Take my bets.
He should.
Bro, you know they have
Stats.
prop firms for betting, for sports betting now.
I knew that. That's crazy. They're about to have prop firms for like everything.
Yes, sir, Jason. You're welcome, brother. You're most welcome. All right, we'll see what happens. We got 6 minutes left on the closure. You'll have a 30 closure coming up in 30 and 1 hour coming up in a little bit here too. But 15-minute candle is going to close soon. If there remains no bottom wick, if we can get a strong closure, I'd say something like this, and then get the bottom wick. I might be interested in the buys at that point. If not, we can wait on the 10 a.m. candle, and then you know, see if something better presents itself. Should be good to get something here though. Just give it some time to set up. We've been moving down for a while, so 4 hours just, you know, cruising here. So we need a nice support. Yeah, there could be more to go for sells. Yep, that's the other thing too. That's why you know, we might even just get a little pullback and continue shorting here. It just depends on how the candles close. Mm-mm. 4 hour closure coming up too. Yep, we got a 4 hour closure coming, so we'll see how that closes too. What a bleeder. What a bleeder.
Yeah.
That's great. Like if this wick right here never happened, we would still be in the sells from Asian last night.
You left one contract?
Yeah, I left it, but I didn't get hit here. I actually closed it right here, somewhere around there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it just missed. Like I had another TP sitting down there, but look at that, man. We've moved down. That's our original trade. This happened after the stream overnight. Came back and just tapped entry.
Sheesh.
Yeah, anyone who was holding at break even, Sorry, man. That was literally on the decimal. Yeah, let's actually look at that. Yeah, look at it. Crazy. Crazy. Look at that move.
That's wild.
Hey, yo, Sandman passing the sports betting accounts. Let's go. What's
Sandman?
how do you pass? Like, I'm curious. Like, how do you actually pass? What do you get? What's the profit share? I gotta look this stuff up.
Yeah, right.
Any video on your channel that explains the wicks in your strategy? The wicks specifically, I don't think on YouTube. We have it in the course in the clubhouse, but if you have any questions, I can answer them for you. I'll do a little drawing here. If you have anything specific. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ here too. Got a melter going on. About dang time. All right, maybe, just maybe we can get like a bearish candle that we can take serious on the NASDAQ here. 4 hour big rejection after no top wick on that candle. 1 hour just cruising here on the way down, and yeah, 30-minute. You got a bunch of support here, so we'll see what happens as we run into support levels. But yeah, I think we can come straight down here, and we'll see what we do at this 1 hour support. You got a 1 hour closure in 18 minutes here. Wow, what a move. Holy dang.
Yeah, wow.
Most of them don't pay, just like forex prop firms. Damn. Damn. Yeah, I was talking to somebody recently. I really wish that we can rely on prop firms like fully, but you know, it's just they'll do anything to protect their bottom line. Anything.
So they're a scam.
That's why, I'll be honest, I never really went for massive payouts. Once I learned this stuff and I learned a little bit about the back end of like prop firms and, you know, a little bit of the business side, I just copy traded and took like little 3, 4, 5K payouts on multiple accounts. Never tried to do anything too crazy. Never tried to take 15, 20K, right? That's how you get like a target on your back, and they start looking at you and seeing who you are and trying to find reasons to, you know, quote unquote, ban you. We want to reward you and move you to a live account. Your trading has been exceptional, and we cannot take you ripping money out of our pockets anymore. So we're going to limit you because of how well you've been doing, and that's usually how they do it. So that's like the nice way.
Bro.
What's my strategy called?
That, right?
We don't have really a name for it. Yeah, we just call it the playbook. If you look on my YouTube channel, you can see the playbook video. Go check it out. We just have a playbook, a group of setups and entries. We use higher time frame, lower time frame correlation, and that's pretty much it. Candlestick anatomy for the most part, studying candles and ranges and direction, and that's pretty much how we trade.
Simple stuff.
Not many people probably trade this way. That's why, you know, it looks a little foreign, and people say, well, why didn't you get in there? And why didn't you get in there? And it had the orb thing going, like, you know, like we just don't use any of that stuff. So this is probably bit of a foreign trading style to most. So I understand where the questions come from.
Yeah, man. You're right about that, brother.
There's a million ways to get it. Choose one.
Million ways to get rich.
And double your money and make it stack. How do you settle on a direction when the previous 4-hour candle is bullish, but the current 4-hour is bearish? You got to look for targets, look for ranges, you know, just like you would do that on the lower time frame. You got to ask yourself, hey, you know, what range am I in on the 4-hour chart right now? And just kind of look at it as if it's like a 30-minute chart, you know? So if we look at this, we can see, okay, we got support, right? Sitting right here. So we just broke through all of that to the left, and now we're tapping into that support level. So if we're tapping into that support level, then likely, you know, maybe even though this one is bearish, The next one could start moving bullish, right? To start rejecting out of that range. The daily candle also pushed way down here, right? Tapping into a major level of support as well, as you can see right here, right here, right here, right over here. Just a lot of support sitting there too. So although the previous one is bearish now, we may be looking for buys, right? We may be looking for an opportunity for price to actually move up here, right? Maybe make a lower wick and then start moving up from there. So yeah, it's all about ranges. You know, ranges play a huge role in this. Candlesticks will give you little hints too, like they'll tap into the range, or it'll close without a bottom wick, or the next one may open up. Like let's say this one closes here above the range, and then the next one will give you a little hint, right? And it'll kind of make a little tiny top wick, and then it'll start driving down, break the low. You'll start to see some struggle, right? And all these are little hints saying, hey, if we re-break that high now, very high chance now that we can move up, right? Kind of grab some liquidity here, and then all of a sudden price start breaking that 4-hour high again, boom, and then all of a sudden here comes that pullback. So we look at ranges, we look for direction, we look for, you know, candlesticks to give us the little hints and the little clues as well as to, you know, what we can anticipate.
Facts, bro. I feel like there's two things, right, on top of what Nick said, like that we look for as well, like previous candle, and then we ask ourselves, has the 4-hour tap target, or is it on the way to target? You know, asking that question has helped me out so much with having a strong bias for the session, and I think it will too for you. Have we tap target, or are we on the way?
Yep. You're too good. Yeah, you're just too good. You're too good for our firm.
We got a 15 closure here, but nothing.
When you first started getting profitable, how were you able to take care of your family and living expenses while you were scaling your trading business? I didn't. I didn't. I actually, at that time, I moved. Thank God my dad was willing to open up the door. I moved back in. There's a whole downstairs, like a little downstairs with a kitchen, a bathroom, little living room, and a bedroom, and that was it. My dad let me stay there for free while I got my act together a little bit, and thank God he was there. He was like an angel, you know, at that moment in my life. Also, COVID kind of slowed things down a bit too, so there was a couple things that just lined up perfectly for me in that time, where I didn't have to worry about too much with bills. I didn't have to worry about too much with, you know, expenses and stuff. I would just, you know, not spend too much money or anything like that. So I think mainly what I did was I lowered my expenses OD. Like I barely spent any money, and I didn't have to either. I didn't have many bills.
Man, I think that's the key to freedom and being able to invest a lot, is living below your means, avoiding lifestyle inflation, keeping your wealth invisible, not buying things.
Yeah.
I think that was such a hack right there, Nick, that you did.
Yeah. I also had a little, you know, a little business going for myself. So, you know, I was getting by a little bit with that too. And again, I just wasn't spending any money. You know, I wasn't doing anything. I was literally at home being a monk and just learning and learning and learning. And, yeah, just delaying my expenses and all that.
Smart man. Decrease spending, increase investments.
Oh, snap. Actually, that picture was from when I was like 15 years old. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, bro.
But of course, T. Callahan, of course, brother.
Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Nah, never. Never once. You kidding me? How to join your team? You're on the team, brother. You're here. Congratulations. All you gotta do is be consistent now. You know, stay consistent, stay showing up, ask good questions, use the time wisely, like while we're up here, to ask, you know, questions. If we have the results that you want in trading, you know, ask us questions to help you, you know, duplicate what we've done. By the way, that goes for everyone. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't use this too much for entertainment. I'd use it for education. That's true. Yeah, your upbringing. You guys are hilarious. Hey, them Air Forces though, those things are clean.
I love how that picture's in the clubhouse.
I know. We'll leave that picture in the clubhouse. I won't pull that one up today.
Excuse me.
Yeah, if you guys want to join the clubhouse and step inside there, that you can if you're referring to that, just hit a ! clubhouse and the link will pop up for you and come join the winning team. Come step into an environment that can really, really help you grow and go towards your growth. I mean, what we're seeing in the clubhouse over the last year has been just incredible. Just incredible stuff. So, yeah, we'll be here. We're live every day. We trade 3 sessions. We do webinars every week. We really get to it. NQ pushing back up or down. NQ's pushing. You guys are funny. Yeah, that sell-off was unreal, absolutely. Little side business.
You need that.
But
That's good though. Like, I think it's important to have an income stream as you're learning trading, as you're learning how to be a profitable trader. I think it's very crucial that you have an income stream keeping you in. Because you even think about these hedge fund traders, these traders on Wall Street, like these dudes get paid salaries.
yeah, they get
while
a
they're
little
learning how to
salary
trade.
too, that's right.
Like, you need that salary too, right? You need to put yourself in position to not need it. I mean, unless you like working, you know, that job, because many people love multiple streams of income. So that's always great too. But I think it's so important to have an income stream as you're trading, especially learning to trade. Because that's going to help you stay detached from the outcome too. And many people be like, yo, John, I don't want to work a job though. You know, like I want to be a full-time trader. Well, you can definitely put yourself in that position using your job and both your trading. But like in the start, like need that income stream.
Yeah.
I know I did.
Yep.
Because
Like
you need to invest. Like
I didn't have much of that, but I wouldn't recommend that, you know, because it's not easy. You know, it's not easy to come out of the mud like that with no other type of income rolling in like that. So I wouldn't really recommend it, but you know, anyone that's a dog, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I recommend. Like you're gonna bulldog it out anyway. So, but for the majority of people, I would say, you know, keep your job for now and start planning a little bit of an exit strategy and do it professionally. So that way, once it's done, you don't ever have to go back to work. You know, like during my whole like 10-year journey, I had quit jobs and made runs in my other businesses and ended up having to go back to work and quit again and go back and quit and go back. And you know, that took a toll on me as well. So unless you really got that dog, I mean, like really got it, like there's no point in, you know, trying to get it without any sort of income rolling in. Like just work your job, have that money coming in. I mean, more money is cooler than less money, if you ask me. So if your job brings you more money and you can have trading on the side, then that's going to work even better, because now you can patiently, you know, exit from your job, and that might take 2-3 years, but at least you're going to put a plan together and not be so stressed out while you're, you know, in pursuit of it.
Yes, sir.
You gotta have the dog.
You think?
It's gotta be there. Yeah, exactly. It's gotta be there.
Oh. Because you think about treating trading like a business, and you think about businesses, our inventory is our capital, right? So that's how we're gonna make more money, is having more capital in that account. So you can use that income stream or multiple income streams to fund that trading account with more inventory, aka more capital.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And then I
But,
gave you guys the plan the other day, which was, you know, start a small live account and then start adding to it, you know. So every month, you know, take a percentage of your funded account payouts, take a little percentage of your work money and start throwing it into that live account. Throwing in, even if you're not even trading this live account, let's say you started with 5K. And over 1 year's time, you know, you get funded, you get a couple payouts that you put a little percentage in here. You can take a little bit of your paycheck, right? You put that in there, and then all of a sudden, in 12 months, that same 5K account is 25,000, right? Let's say you traded as well, and now next year, not only do you have much more skin in the game, much more experience, right? A lot more reps in. plus a lot more capital to work with. Now, you know, you're sitting with all that experience, all that new knowledge with a $25,000 account. So let's say you make, you know, $1,000 a week at your job or something, 1,500 bucks. Now, you know, a 25K account, I mean, you can make that in a day. You make that in a day, right? From your house, from your computer, from your job. You turn on the laptop at work, right? And make how many of you guys would like to make in a day what it takes to make in a week, right? While you're at your job, still working. I mean, this is where you start to put yourself in some serious like positioning, right? To actually start winning long term. So it doesn't mean that you just quit your job here, right? Imagine you do those two things for a year straight. So you still get money from your job. You start making money on your account. You keep adding a little bit here and there. Oh my goodness. But the following year, you possibly have a 100K account, right? That's how quick it can happen when you're locked in and you're trading well and, you know, you're using this type of method to, you know, in a way fund your account for once you get really good at trading, right? Because again, all throughout this time, guess who's getting better, right? You are, right? You're getting better. Guess who's now getting bigger accounts? You are. Guess who's going to be able to take bigger profits out of that account? You, right? So time's going to go by anyway. If you do this process here, prepare yourself for the next year or two, you can be in such a great position, man. Life changes real quick, gang, real quick. You know, all of a sudden it just happens in a way, or it seems like that. It's a lot of little decisions, but all of a sudden, boom, right? When it comes together, it starts coming together, and that, I believe, that can help a lot of people. And that way, you don't have so much pressure on to put a whole bunch of money in your live account, right? Just start it with something, and then just put a little in here, put a little in there, make some money on it, right? Trade it really small, still focus on your funded accounts and getting payouts and whatnot, all while building that capital on the back end, right? Building that, in a way, your investment, right?
110%, bro. You're so right, man.
Yep. What was it again,
If everyone,
forget the term. It was like all of a sudden. What was it again? I forget.
like, it was like I walk down the street and I just wait for the money to be there on the ground, and for me to just grab it. I think it was something like that. Like,
Nah, I was talking about something else. Something
oh,
yeah, gradually and then suddenly.
so fast.
It gradually comes together and suddenly, boom, it's there. You know, and that's how it works. That's the slight edge.
Yeah, man. I think if every trader does that, they're putting themselves in an amazing position to trade and to replace their full-time income.
Yep. All right, 1 minute on the closure here. Let's see what we do. This is NQ here for us. Let's go back to Goldie. Let's take a look.
30 closures coming up.
30 closures.
Yeah. And what are we also getting, a 4-hour closure?
Yeah, we got a 4-hour close coming up here. So all closures coming up. Still no top wick. Crazy.
Yeah.
Nice, Sam, man. Yep. Making money while making money, baby. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, we know 4 hours tapping that target to the left.
Good to be here. What up, Alpha Seti? Nice to see ya. That's good. Job your love, yeah. Just job your love.
You're liking these 30 closures above?
30 closures above. Yeah, I guess let's see how the 4-hour candle opens up first.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
You got a little bit of that too, so. Oh, We'll see. We got 3 seconds and we get a closure here. All right, so you do get a closure. You do get a closure above too. So nice. All right, so let's see if we can get a top wick. Maybe a little attempt to get down through that 4-hour wick fill, and then yeah, the shorts are not looking too bad here. I mean, the longs slightly closed above that range too. 15-minute, nice little pack runner here. Something good, right? Something where that 4-hour candle attempts to fill the wick, breaks to 15 lows, and then there's some possibility here.
Yep.
Any trades in Asia, Sesh? Yeah, we took a gold sells. Yeah, gold shorts in Asian. Epic shorts. Still got it up here. Let me show you on the 15-minute. Hold on. Wait, can we talk about this trade? Hold on. Are we even allowed to talk? We've talked about this trade a little bit too much. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot I run this stream. Okay, yeah, so basically we got in the sells here. We had this candle close below. Next candle closed below. Set a sell stop on the break of that low. We had a nice top wick form. Grabbed the pack, broke the lows, went into profit. Came back up here. This candle had made like a nice little top wick. Came down, just slightly missed our break even. Slightly. Went all the way back up, which was fine. I wasn't too worried about it. We ended up closing bullish, but we stayed below the range here. So therefore, if we're below that range, we're going to remain bearish, right? Next candle came up perfectly. This is legit. Broke the highs and grabbed the pack, closed bearish, and then the next couple candles, did the trick for us. So yeah, that was the Asian trade. Wonderful trade, I must say. Yo, held on to that forever too. Can't talk too much about that though. Clubhouse only. We'll talk about that one a little extra on our webinar this weekend.
Facts.
We got a big webinar coming up. We'll do a full monthly trade review. We'll try and get we'll get all the losers in, and we'll try and get as many winners as possible to go over and talk about and chit chat about a little bit. If you guys have questions, on any of the trades, and I'll slow it down for a minute, and then we'll talk.
Sounds good. Webby day.
Webby.
Hey, yo, Magnus. What up, brother? Magnus in the house.
Magnus.
Yeah,
you don't want to give away too much free education. That's right, Gabe.
You really don't. I'm looking forward to that monthly review.
Hey, look, if you ain't got the ooh-wee, you can't roll with us.
You can't roll with us. Ooh-wee. What's up, man?
What up, bro?
Hey, how are you?
Johnny Jumps in the building.
My man.
Or actually, Magnus in the building. You've been here for
Magnus.
What's up, man?
How we feeling?
It's good.
Incredible. How about you?
Yeah, man, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Liking these buys here, potentially.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We need a lower wick.
Yeah, we definitely need that wick,
We need
though.
a little 4-hour attempt to fill that wick, and then, yeah, if we can get that, looks good.
Yeah.
Nice 1-hour closure above would be pretty good here, too. But that's going
Chat,
to
remember, a lower wick that's bigger than small is what we need.
Bigger than small.
This is small, bro.
This is small here. See, I hope that helps people. It has to be bigger than small. Biggie smalls.
Biggie smalls, bro. Biggie smalls.
Yo, what's the right retest wick to look for? Biggie smalls, bro.
Biggie Smalls.
Yes, sir, NV. Yes, sir. That's why we did it. That's why we put it together. The Clubhouse isn't just a trading education platform. It's also a networking opportunity. There's a lot of great quality people in there. A lot of good quality people. I built some of my best friendships. Some of the funnest relationships I've got have all come from the Clubhouse. So that's kind of one of the reasons we did it too, was not just for the streaming and all that, but for everyone to mingle a little bit. And you never know, maybe you guys could hook up on different businesses and all that stuff too. So yeah, great job. Take advantage. A lot of high quality individuals in Clubhouse.
I don't even think I hang out with anyone outside of the Clubhouse.
Literally, bro. I
Okay.
felt the same.
Like, these are my only friends.
Literally, like it's girl, family, and then that's it. Clubhouse.
Yeah, girl, family,
Oh,
Clubhouse.
man. I love that,
Other than that, it's like we're like hermit crabs.
bro. I don't even want anything different.
Seriously, bro.
No new friends. Only Clubhouse. I told you, if you ain't got the ooh-wee.
You can't hang with us.
Where did we have the stops? The stops are above the 4-hour highs. So, yes, they were way back above. That's why we were also very cool and calm and composed in that trade. Yeah, stops are up here. Let's look like this. Pretty much that was the trade.
Lovely trade. Goldie, no bottom wick.
No
Yes.
bottom wick.
Yeah, sells here not bad either.
Yeah.
4-hour, where will it go?
Looks like we go up and up right now. Oh, no lower wick now. Funny, man. We'll see. Nice sells there, Nation. Nick.
Oh, yeah, those are clean, right? Let's talk about that
Yes,
trade
sir.
actually a little bit more. Just unbelievable. You have any, you got any
Yeah, let's
questions
talk about it. Can we please like talk about it for the next?
Can
like,
we just
15
please
minutes
talk
here?
about yesterday's Asian session trade and yesterday's 88 golf performance? Come on. Let's just talk about
Oh
that.
yeah,
a
what a
little bit.
nice score there yesterday too.
Thank you. That's all we need to talk about today.
Oh yeah.
Last night's Asian session trade and yesterday's golf performance. Let me go get my
Yo,
let me go get all my stats on yesterday so I can. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
Yeah.
I bored
talk-
Adam with that last night.
Nick, talk to me a little bit about hole 18, bro. How was that one?
Bro, hole 18 was insane.
Nah.
Tee box into the fairway. Not the greatest shot, I'll be honest. We were straight, but we weren't that far. But, bro, I picked up a 6-iron and just drilled it from the fairway onto the green. Go check it out. I sent you the video. And then,
Yeesh.
bro, I had an eagle look.
Fire.
But you know how hole 18, the green is like 50, 60 feet. So I had an eagle look on the side of the green, but it was like 55, 60-foot putt. Missed that. Missed the birdie putt by an inch and then parred out at the end.
Wow.
It was epic.
Friggin' stud.
It was epic.
Sick, dude. Yeah, nice.
It was epic. I was like, who am I? Who is this guy?
Tiger Woods, dude.
Bro, why do we
Damn.
play our best golf when
Nick
no one's
Woods.
watching?
I just looked at gold and I'm like, wow.
Bro, I hit 15 fairways out of 18 yesterday.
That's very good, brother.
Bro, I dropped twice.
You're making me want to hit the range today, bro.
It was insane. Like, I didn't even have a ball that was like, I need a relief, like any of that type of stuff. It's crazy.
Dude, sound amazing game, bro. Magnus, you got golfing range by you?
Yeah, I actually do.
Damn, bro, get some practice.
Bro, you got to get
But,
out
bro,
there.
I
Get
can-
them
I
Timberlands
mean,
out. Get them jeans on.
You know I'd
Get
show
that
up in
hard
that,
hat
but, like-
going and get out there, dude.
Yeah, word, bro.
Bro, I gotta play with my girl then.
Bring her out.
Yeah, man, bring your girl.
Show her how it's
Yeah, I
done.
mean.
Bring
First
your-
try hitting the grass.
In the jeans, bro. Nah, you got power,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
You can launch one if you make cut.
Yeah, I definitely can. I just gotta get the technique down.
That's it. That's why the range is good. You can practice it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Top Golf, man. Oh yeah, I got some practice there last time, dude.
Yeah, that's true. See, Melly gave you some tips, so
See,
you work.
Melly was
you
giving
work
the
with
whole
that.
team lessons while I was over there eating
Lemon pepper wings.
lemon pepper chicken
Those
wings.
were
And I was
insane,
there with you, bro.
I stole that.
bro. The
I said,
food
yo, everyone's
there?
paying attention to
Wow.
C Melly right now. Let me get all the, let me get all these lemon pepper wings out of their way.
Yeah. Bro, some people are hangry there, bro. They're like,
I
yo,
said, yo, C Melly, keep talking, bro, keep talking. Just do your thing.
Yo, man.
I remember at one point though, there was like a circle around like the lemon pepper wings, like, and everyone was just like going.
Literally, bro, at the table. I remember that.
I remember just taking one and looking around and like seeing everyone like grubbing on wings. I'm like, yo, this is mad funny.
I was like low key getting jealous. The lemon pepper wings had a bigger crowd than I did. I was over here spitting gems. There was like 4 people by me. Lemon pepper wings drew a whole crowd. Like
10.
15 people
So
around the
funny,
lemon pepper wings. What?
They were good though.
I
They
said,
were
give me
really
those
good.
wings. Give me those wings.
I gotta get back down there, Top Golf, man. Bro, their chicken sandwich, their chicken sliders, Nick, might have been better, but close.
Are there ever a
Nick's
prop
laughing.
firm that refused to pay you? Actually, no. I've never had that. I have had a payout or two go missing from Top Step. I also had profitable accounts that Top Step just basically breached and never gave me any sort of like credit for any of that profit. So yeah, Top Step's probably the one I like the least, but it's like a love-hate thing with Top Step because I like their platform and I keep using them. But yeah, that's the only company that I've ever had some like sketchy stuff happen outside of like my forex funds and all that. Trade, what was the one? Trade,
Tradeify.
Forex. Traders.
Funded trader.
The funded trader. Yeah, the funded trader. So the funded trader, my forex funds, and Top Step are probably like the ones that I don't really like too much, but Top Step stays in the game for me because I like the platform and I like displaying the platform on stream so I could use it to just make sense of everything.
I've also experienced some suspicious stuff with Top Step as well. You know, I got all my payouts that I earned, but they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me those payouts. They needed me to ask. Like I was forced to reach out. I was forced to reach out to Top Step support to get those payouts because maybe they thought I wasn't gonna see that. I didn't,
you gotta hassle them.
You gotta hassle them. They be acting sus sometimes.
Yeah, they'll try and get one by you. See, me, I didn't even hassle them too much for this stupid, account thing. Like, that's my issue. Something happens, I just whatever. I don't take too much time to hassle and cry about it and think about it. I just whatever. But I probably should have negotiated with them a little more. But it is what it is.
So don't worry about getting your payout. You'll get it, but you may have to hassle them a bit. Just be aware of suspicious activity from Top Step.
Yeah.
Because me and Nick are not the only ones who've experienced it as well in the chat.
There's been quite a few people in the community here that have also experienced stuff like that too with them. So that's about it. But other than that, I mean, I've made a lot of money with Top Step. It's just been two or three little incidents that just I didn't like, or I don't think is right.
Yeah, there is some that try something familiar there, but I mean, they still pay. So
yeah,
most times.
Yep. Excuse me. Johnny Gems, Mr. Wings.
Yo, Angel, that's funny, man.
If you read some of the reviews on the Better Business Bureau, they're very. I bet. I've been rejected a payout once. Really weighs on me mentally. Yeah. You got to get past that. So I could have easily let destruct me, right? Destroy everything, but I want you to understand something. The only destruction that can ever be is self-destruction. So we could blame it on Top Step, but at the end of the day, it would still be me getting weak and not standing my ground anymore, right? It's like either way, regardless of what happens to you in life, you gotta stand up and keep pushing and not necessarily make a big deal out of everything because I mean that can put you into destruction, right? So yeah, I could probably get upset and make excuses and make it weigh on my trading a little bit, but I just choose not to do that. It is what it is. I'll get money regardless, right? I don't need a prop firm. I don't need this payout here. I'll go get another one. So that's the way I see it. It's like, all right, you want to take my profits? I just go out and milk more from you, So it is what it is. Yeah, you gotta sometimes look at things in a different light and perceive them a little bit differently, so that way it doesn't get you to destruct your own self in a way. There's a good term. It's called "it is what it is." It is what it is.
My dad used to say
it is what it is, man.
It is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yep.
So yeah, I try not to spend too much time on that. Just focus on what I can control, and I can control just me getting out there and following my plan and getting busy on getting some more money.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
Like Goldie pushing up Maybe now we look for the
John.
sun going back down.
Yeah, dude.
Nick.
John, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, it is what it is. No, we didn't get the bottom wick, so it is what it is.
Bro, New York session's
It
been
is what it is,
trash
man.
this last, like, I'd say the last, like, 5
No.
days.
Literally, bro.
Even mid
Yeah.
mid last week wasn't even the hottest here.
Nick, are
Really
you
hot.
interested in cells here? Like, from the top now? I mean, fall, no bottom wick and
To be honest,
stuff like
not really.
that. No.
Or no bottom
Not
wick,
really.
though? Not even
Yeah,
with that, no bottom wick?
No. No, not really. I don't really see the sells. I think the 4-hour tap target tapped into that support right here, rejecting out of it, and we just haven't had the opportunity to get in the buy. That's it.
Nah, not really.
Yeah, no.
No bottom wick there.
That buy was our move right there, to be honest.
Yeah, if we would have that lower wick,
Thumbs up.
that's the buy I wanted right there.
Yeah, we needed a better low wick than that. That was like crap.
Yeah.
Definitely,
On
definitely.
top of it,
It was like
we also-
nothing.
Yeah. On top of like the crappy New York session, we've also had a bank holiday on Monday, so we had to
Yeah,
start
Yeah,
that's
shooting
true,
that.
man.
Bro, Asian
So we
session.
actually only 2
Harry.
days in.
Yeah, literally
Mhm.
2 days in.
And we're up big off last night's trade too, so there's no reason to force anything. Right, we're in profits on the day, right? We gotta see something nice come by. Once something
course.
nice floats by, we'll go ahead and grab it.
Like I say all the time, chat, we're just doing a job here today. Making money is secondary, and we define doing a job here as being disciplined to your rules 110% of the time. That's doing your job as a trader.
Exactly, man. We also took the buys 4:30 in London. I don't know
Yo,
if you were there,
nice.
John, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
We waited for that. We drew out the plan and it happened exactly like that. And then a lot of people took that too in the chat.
Nice,
Perfect,
bro. Those are good. Yeah, we looked at them
Yeah.
earlier.
Nice. Yeah, I did not take that. I
think that
done
was
at
the
point.
one-
Yeah, bro. That was like kind of. It was only because like right as I looked, but otherwise I would have just be like gone.
Yeah. Wow. Nice, dude.
Yeah. Those were nice. 4:30 there.
430. I think this was the
Yeah.
one. Someone was saying something about
Oh.
a no wick or something. Is that the one that you guys were
Yeah.
talking about earlier? Something with no wick. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about here though.
That 30. I don't know. Like that 30 breakout right there. That was it.
Yeah, I see it right here.
Yeah.
4
Yeah. We
a.m.
entered
breakout.
current candle.
Nice, dude. Great
Nice,
trade.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
really. Wow.
Yeah.
literally,
Money there.
like 30 minutes after.
Yeah, bro, that was just we ranged. So who would have known that, you know? Like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a little rangy London. Little rangy London.
Yep.
London, but post London there was good. So we drew the plan up and it happened to the T.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, last night was my first trade of the week too, so I haven't really found anything last 2 New York sessions.
No, man,
Asian sesh though been good. It's been good.
bro, I'm about to come.
Yo, you should. Asian, we were in there
Yeah, I
early
should.
too yesterday. We got in at I think 8:45, right? And then I don't think we exited till like about 10 o'clock. It's crazy.
So you'd say like 2:30 is a good time to show up too? 2:30 to 4?
What time is that? What time is that Eastern? Like 8:30.
Yeah, your time, Eastern time. 2:30. Oh, sorry. I mean 8:30.
8:30. Yeah. 8:39 is really where we, look for the kind of similar to New York session. Like 9
I
p.m. is
thought
the
so.
real.
Cool.
In my opinion, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern is the real deal for Asian session. That's where the volume starts coming in. So just same thing as New York, right? In between 9 and 10. So, if there's something at 8:30, we'll take it. But usually, if not, we'll wait for that 9 p.m. candle and then look to take advantage of, that hourly candle there.
Oh yeah. Eric, if I'm saying I'm coming, I'm coming. Don't worry. Trust me. Always a man of my word, brother. But if I say I might come or I'm thinking about it, okay, then you don't know.
So you coming to Asian session tomorrow?
Damn, bro, you're gonna put me in a spot like that?
Hit me up after the stream.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Put it on the spot,
It depends. It depends. If we get a nice sell here or something, or a nice buy, I might not.
starting to sound weird.
Leo, I know, man. I know.
Starting to sound a little awkward here. Anyways, how about them
Next
Knicks?
topic.
How about them New York Knicks, yeah?
Let's go Knicks. Yo, Knicks in 6, chat.
Let's go Knicks.
Let's go.
Yo, what are you guys talking about? I've been a basketball fan. I've been a #1 Knicks fan. Yeah, you got mad heads chanting for the Knicks that you know damn well we're not even paying attention to basketball 2 weeks ago. What you mean, bro? I've always been a Knicks fan.
Literally, bro.
I remember when Green switched up. All of a sudden, the Celtics were like the #1 team in the league. All of a sudden, my guy's a Boston Celtics fan. Green, what happened there, bro? I'm still curious about that. I know it ain't just for the color green.
Green, why aren't you a Knicks fan?
All of a sudden, they got Paul Pierce, Rondo, Ray Allen. It was crazy. And it was a Knicks fan, Celtics fan all of a sudden. Patrick Ewing's your favorite player of all time. Let's go. I love that guy.
It's actually crazy how
the
the
good old
Knicks are.
90s Knicks. Nothing like Patrick Ewing, Larry Johnson, Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston, and Charlie Ward, I think it was, all right? Point guard back then. Stop playing.
Stop playing.
And when I was in elementary school, the Knicks were literally the worst team in the league. Now they're like about to be winning the chip.
Green must be busy because I didn't hear back from him. I know he would defend that. Just like he tries to defend the fact that the idea that a droid is better than an iPhone. That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Oh my goodness, bro. Really?
That's crazy talk.
Damn.
Oh,
I didn't
no,
expect
Rich.
that from you.
Oh, no. Oh, snap.
Bring the read.
If you ain't got the iPhone, you can't roll with us. No, I'm just kidding. Spurs? You think the Spurs are going to win? I don't know. I honestly, I can't name one player on the teams. Not one. Outside of Brunson. Yeah, Brunson. I don't even know his first name, though.
I mean, same here, bro, honestly. It's about to be Knicks OKC, not Spurs.
Oh, damn. Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Sunday.
OKC has to win one game, so.
Gotcha. Damn, drove all the way to Cleveland.
Spurs fans out here.
Holy. Wow. Goldie. What to do here? 1 hour got 37 minutes on it. A lot of time here. We still got no lower wick. 4 hour bearish, but tap target. Sheesh. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe on this 15 closure we can look at it, but personally I think something like this would be a little bit better if we can get a bearish closure and then a bullish one above it. Androids? Uh-oh. Android for life. Yeah, I think I had the first Android. One of them that came out like a long time ago.
Like the Android?
Yeah, I didn't really like it too much. Nine, it would open up like nine. Wow, some of you guys really like the Android, huh?
Yeah, I see that. I see the same. I was like, or maybe iPhone users don't really speak.
Hey, I'm not speaking. I'm an iPhone user.
Yeah, same here, man.
Why no sells in the 15-minute resist? We didn't form it yet. So maybe if we do form a resistance here that looks good, then we can probably sell back down. Yeah, but we got to get a bearish closure first. Yeah, something like this would work well if we can kind of stay in this area here, close something like that. Then I think we could probably anticipate the move down into support.
Yep, because the 30-minute has tapped resistance now as well.
Yep.
And the 1 hour has that wick rejection too to the left. And the 4-hour has no bottom wick.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't think I'm like so interested in cells all the way, but definitely down to 40s. I'm sorry, 57 if we get a resistance here.
Yep. Same.
All right, just give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. We'll hang out. We got 4 minutes left on the closure, and then we'll go from there.
Sir. Excuse me. Yeah, it's looking good. You know, unfortunately we didn't get the buys, but at least the push up created clean range for us, you know, to come back down here to take these sells on top of us having the resistance.
These cells are money here.
Yeah, man. We just have to wait now for the confirmation candle. That's it.
Oh yeah. With the
ball's in their court. Market's court. Yeah, I know the 4-hour is right at support, but what I like the most about it is it hasn't yet made a bottom wick on the new 4-hour candle.
spot on, bro.
So you think knowing probabilities, right, and the way we understand candlesticks and price action, you know, bottom wicks and top wicks, they have a high percentage of being created on each candle. So we have that working for us too.
You're gonna use previous candle stops, John?
Yeah, I didn't measure the range, probably. Yeah, I'll probably look to use either previous candle stops or keep stops back in the range somewhere. I see it's like 200 pips, so I'll see how the candle closes, and then I'll probably make my decision then, based on the size of the range and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we just gotta see good top wick here, 30 wick fill, and looks good.
Yep. Yeah, Chad, and those buys would have been lovely to take advantage of, but unfortunately we had no bottom wick, right? So we remain disciplined. Alrighty. Hey, thank you, Nightbot, for the reminder to wait for the candle to close.
Nightbud's the G, man.
Yup.
What's up, Nightbud?
Sells? Yes, sells. That's what we're looking at.
Oh, yeah.
4-hour going for the wick fill, potentially. You know, I don't think we could see the 4-hour push down a lot. I just think maybe we could see a bottom wick being formed. That's really it. You know,
that's all I'm looking for, too.
After the 4-hour makes a bottom wick, we're right at that support. You know, we could reject it. So I may just want to push down, make a steep wick, and then reject.
Yep. All we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a runner type of day, you know? Like, it's not like that. Maybe you could. I mean, the trend is bearish, but it's not the ideal circumstances and conditions for that, you know?
No.
But we could at least see that bottom wick being made.
Yep.
Like John said there. Yep.
Yeah, Nigel, we may be using we're definitely using different platforms to trade off. If your 4-hour is different, it's probably because of the broker you use. We probably just have different 4-hour, you know, candle closures. Your 4-hour candle closure seems to close maybe an hour later or earlier than me.
Okay, bro, 1 minute on the clock here. Let's see.
Yes. Gotta get ready here. Looks like previous candle stops are about 200 pips. Let's go, Goldie. Give it to us.
All right, one more 15.
Yeah, doji.
Holy.
Ain't it?
Nothing. That's why we wait for candle closures.
Yeah. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait because this candle closed doji and not strong bearish, like resistance, like a strong resistance.
Yeah, nothing here. Nothing. Wait on it.
Yeah, Casimel. Yeah, I know the target's been tapped on the 4-hour, but the new 4-hour candle just opened without a bottom wick, right? So that's what we were talking about, this trade idea. What's the plan for sales? The plan for sales is just to see resistance being formed here. You know, up top here at 44.85, and then take a sell coming down.
Yeah, the thing with the 4-hour too, you know, it's great looking at sells further up here because we got no bottom wick. Not if we had a bottom wick and if we already came down there, that wouldn't be so great, you know. That would be kind of, you know, we already had support and all that good stuff. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Daniel, we saw like a doji candle here instead of a nice resistance. So that's why.
Yeah. So we're being selective, sitting on our hands, practicing patience and discipline to the best setups.
All right, this is what I got because I'm a little skeptical about sells. So I got new ranges here. So basically any closure back below 44.70, could probably look to take the shorts from there. Anything though that comes back above now, right, we can keep banking on this bullish move out of that 4-hour resistance. So any sort of closure like this is going to get me involved in the buys. So if we can get a closure above after creating like a little minor support here, I'd like to take those. If we can close back below, right, this will keep us a little safe from any sort of fake out here. I would expect maybe a wick down, right, and then a push back up for that closure. So this zone here can keep us safe from any of that happening. And if we do get, like, let's say we get a bullish candle here, but we don't close above the range and we just start to range a little bit, we can wait for the sells back below here, and I think those will be much better and much more confirmed. Much more confirmed. So that's it. That's my thoughts here. Could we move down? Possibly. If you guys like the sells, take them. I don't really like that closure much, and I really don't like you know, these zones over here to the left too. Buys in the 15 overextended? No, not if we get that support. So you see like all that support right there? Yeah, so not if we get a support, right? So let's say we get a support here. It doesn't have to look like that one candle, but say something like this happens, and yeah, now you got a brand new support again, and this is where the buys could play out. Yeah, we needed to close much stronger on that that previous 15 there. How about a small low and a break of the previous 30-minute high, and then a re-break of the low? So like a break of the highs here and then a break of the low? That's not bad either. Might as well wait on the 30 resistance then at that point. Wait for this candle to move up then, break the high, and then come back and close bearish. Yeah, basically we're back where we wanted our original sell, which was kind of like right here. But we didn't have much of a wick there, so if you get a closure there now, kind of right back there. Am I looking for sells because the 4-hour candle got doesn't have a bottom wick? I'm not really looking for the sells too much. Yeah, I mean, I think we've moved down quite a bit on the daily at this point. I think at some point we can start to catch a move back up. So you got 25 minutes left on the 1 hour. Clearly there's some confusion going on right now where price is tapped into a target and now we're just ranging, right? We're kind of creating this support level that will usually happen after you get a big move out of any pair for that matter. But you get a big pair, you're likely to range a little bit, and then once you get a breakout or some sort of familiar price action, we can look to step back in here. But as of right now, the 1 hour is just taking a little breather. So we'll have to see how that candle closes. But yeah, that'll lead to a 30-minute closure, I believe. Yeah, 30-minute closure if we wait on that, and then we'll know whether or not this was just a liquidity grab like we drew up for price to close above, or if we really want to remain down. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. I want to see range 2 for the buys. Yeah, I guess that would be range 2 as well. You don't want to take this buy, or really any buy for that matter, up. And then if we get a new breakout, the buys look good from there. I don't think we need a range 2 of this area, but any sort of up here, boom, right? I'll take that. Hey, yo, Titan, thank you for the dono, man. Wow. Holy smokes, we got a donation. Let's get it. Thank you. Wow. You
Titan, man. Let's get it.
Holy moly. What a G.
Man,
thanks,
said,
man.
How you doing?
Appreciate that. Wow.
How you doing?
Wow. That's amazing. The legend. The legend.
The man, the myth.
Oh, I would so love if this candle closed above. I would so love that. Yes. Yeah, if a candle doesn't have a top wick and the next one comes up to make it, yeah, that's pretty much the term that we use when we talk about pack runner. Yep. So it's important, it really is. If you don't get, because a lot of times you got to understand, like, let's say this is the 15-minute time frame, right? And it got no wick and you get a closure. You got to realize, like, the 1 hour candle or the 30-minute also doesn't have a top wick either, right? So those candles are likely to come up and make a top wick. So what that'll usually look like is on that same 15-minute time frame, it'll just look something like that. So anytime you see that, it's usually good, good to go on the rebreak of the low. Yeah. Hey, how are you? Ninja. Hiya! Let's see if we can hiya this chart here today. We'll see. We already kicked some butt earlier in Asian. See if we can get another one.
The bus
I would really
here.
appreciate your response. I think we're good, right? Yeah. So that's what we like to call the pack runner. That concept that you talked about. $2 dono, yo. Oh yeah, any dono. We'll take it. I appreciate the donations. You guys don't have to donate here though. If you guys can, if you do want to donate, then I would take it and like help somebody else somewhere around town or something. There's a lot more people out there that need some help. So if you were planning on sending some donations to me, just take them and go help somebody else out in your community. Thank you. But if you didn't make a top wick, on the current would still not take the sell. So that's a good question, and this is where just chart time comes into play. So sometimes like I won't, right? Like if there's some other thing. So let's say the 1 hour already has a top wick, and now we're just talking about 15-minute candles, right? Within that 1 hour candle that doesn't have a top wick, and let's say that this low right here is the break of the 4 hour low and the 1 hour low, and everything is pointing down, right? If there's other confluences that I could use to my advantage, then yeah, I wouldn't need to wait for the top wick here, right? Let's say like this is your 15-minute candle, but your 1 hour candle looks like this, right? Something like this. So this is 1, 2, 3 15-minute candles all within one candle there. So If your 1 hour already has a top wick like this, then you may not see that wick. So I wouldn't let that hold me back from getting involved in a sell in the direction of the higher time frame. And, you know, if I have a read on the price moving down, then, you know, if this is just a little 15-minute time frame that doesn't have a wick, then I will sometimes be okay with that and set my sell stop anyway, because the 1 hour is good to go. So that basically be the 1 hour re-breaking its own low there, 4 hour re-breaking its own low. So there's just going to be different situations and scenarios, so it's not like a one size fits all type of deal. But, you know, through chart time and experience, you'll start to get a hang of all that. Pack runner is like when you don't, let's say the 1 hour candle doesn't have a top wick. All right, that's where you really want to see the pack runner. So let's say you have a candle that looks like this. Let me make it bold here. Candle that looks like this with a small top wick or almost no top wick. That's where you would like the pack runner here, because now your 1 hour candle flips up, makes its own top wick, and then now in the re-break of that low, aka the break of the 15-minute low, everything looks good. 1 hour comes back up to give itself a wick, right, and then drives down. So yeah. Or if you have candles that look like say you want to take a buy on this candle, a pack runner there would be great. Same deal here. No bottom wick, a pack runner here, boom, break the low, and then the high would be great too. So it's just about understanding what candles may or may not need the pack runner. Probably needs a pack, probably needs a, see how this one had no bottom wick. We grabbed the low there and then popped up. So anytime you see stuff up here too, you kind of had no bottom wick, 1 hour candle came down, you know, made a wick and then pushed back up. So it doesn't have to be like a drastic wick or anything like that, but you'll usually, you know, see that happen. All right, let's see if that's going to be liquidity or if we're going to move up. It might be the next 15-minute candle now that pops up here and closes above the range. Something like this would be great. Target tapped in the 4 hour, target tapped on the 1 hour, range 2 breakout on the 15 wouldn't be bad. Let's go. Which country's going to win the World Cup this year? I don't know. I haven't paid attention to any of it. Who you guys got? France, Spain? I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't watched any soccer. Scotland. Hey. Scotland's going to win. Italy. He said Ronaldo. What team is Ronaldo on again? Oh, I forget.
I don't know.
Denmark.
Portugal.
Oh, a lot of people think Spain's going to take it. Portugal because it's rigged.
Know,
Got it.
I don't know a thing about that.
Ronaldo plays for Portugal. Who's Messi played for?
Argentina, bro.
Argentina? Got it.
Bro, has Ronaldo ever won a World Cup? Chat? Nah?
Oh, wow.
And what about Messi? What's up, Nahom? How you doing, man?
Messi?
It's getting messy.
Okay, so, damn.
It's getting messy.
Ronaldo, he needs one, man. This is his year, potentially, hopefully. He's the GOAT, so he needs one.
Damn.
It's like Rory winning the Masters, bro.
Wow, that's crazy. Nothing for Ronaldo, eh?
Is Messi technically better than Shad if he won a World Cup? Like, I don't know. It's a tough debate.
If they were traders, who would be the better trader? That's the question. Let's say they didn't play soccer or football.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're looking for the cells on the 15, but the previous candle, no bottom wick. I'm not looking for cells. Yeah, I'm looking for buys actually. Yeah, the buys back up look pretty good to me actually. This will be a range 2 buy as well. I'm skeptical about the cells.
John is trying to incite violence.
Wow,
with
we
his
have
questions.
a lot of John. What?
I don't know. I guess I'm trying to start violence with these
Yeah, literally.
Messi and Ronaldo
We
fans.
got a lot of football fans here, eh?
Yeah, hey, at the end of the day, chat, I respect them both. I think they're both great.
I mean, they made it to the top, so I guess.
Yeah, they're both the goats. Like,
Ronaldo's gay. They're all gay. If you make it to that level, you're gay. Literally, you have to be.
yeah,
They make you do strange things to get to these levels. Trust me. Nobody knows nothing. Messi's like a sniper trader. I mean, just go look at those dudes. You go find secret footage of them back when they were kids. So, I don't know. It's a little questionable. A little questionable. I don't know what they were doing with famous Hollywood producers as soccer players when they were little kids, but it's interesting. I don't want to mess up their reputation for you though, so I'll stop. Tupac was hanging out in the bathtub. Oh man. Messi was the best? Oh, okay. Oh, assuming I'm looking for the sell on the 15, but the previous 15-minute candle has no bottom wick, but the current candle has a good top wick. How do you treat it? I wouldn't, if it doesn't have a bottom wick, I wouldn't get in. Yeah, so basically, I think what you're saying is if it looks like this with a good top wick, let me make it red. Good top wick, but no bottom wick. Yeah, anytime a candle closes without a bottom wick, I stay out. Yeah. Yep. I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. Yeah, I'm probably wrong about most things. It's just an observation. Someone get the tapes. Where's the volume? It's a good question. It's a good question. Would I stay under the radar? Yeah. I think the ultra rich is not the greatest life. I think if you can find yourself between 50,000 a month and 300,000 a month, that's fine. You don't really need much more than that. You don't really want to be too successful where there's too much attention on you either.
right. You only need so much money to do the things you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, basically at 50K a month, you just don't even think about money the same ever again anymore. So anything over than that, I think is just.
I'm gonna obviously try to be a billionaire, but that would be perfect.
I don't even know if I want to be a billionaire, to be honest. I would be cool just hanging
to do
out,
it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm chilling right now, but
A little million a month.
why not? Why not?
Million a month is like peanuts at this point. That's like you can get there. If you develop the right business, the right company, do the right things, you can definitely get to a million a month.
$1 million a month, that's like my main goal. One of my main goals, like major long-term goals.
Yeah, 50K a month. Yeah, it's interesting with money, right? Because, what you thought was going to be the greatest thing ever is now like, the floor. So you're like, oh, I can't go back under 50K a month, So it's like, it's nice. It levels you up. But, there's a certain point where it's like, all right, you probably don't need much more than that. That is ultra rich? Nah, I'm telling you, that ain't ultra rich, bro. I promise you. I promise you, brother. The amount of money people are making out there is stupid. Stupid. People make $1 million a day. $1 million a day. Every day.
It's gotta be me one day.
Oh,
Trust
yeah,
me,
man.
the money you, like, it's crazy. Yeah. Stay under the radar, baby. Stay low key. I like being low key, having my own little corner in the internet and not doing anything too crazy and just staying in my lane. Some guys
Yeah,
make
man,
50K a trade.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man.
That's goals.
50K, 100K. Best month in MLM was 350K. Nice job. Nice job, Pip Juice. Really good, really good. Elon Musk, most depressed man on earth. Yeah, he knows he knows too much and he's got too much. $10 million base hit. Stupid amount, yeah, stupid amount of money. There's levels. There's always levels. $1 million in 5 minutes? Holy, that's crazy. Yo, that's the thing too, gang. Like, once you have now seen what you cannot unsee this stuff. Like, once you see people doing well, making money, using the internet to make money, using trading to leverage to make money, like, once you begin to see that, it's very hard to go back and settle for your 9-to-5 job. So, like, a lot of us are in too deep at this point, right? We know what's possible. We know what exists out there. Now you just got to believe that it exists for you, right? You wouldn't have a liking to it. You wouldn't have, there's some people who look at this stuff and they like, get next thing, right? But for some reason you didn't. You stuck around and it interests you and you caught a liking to it and you say, you know what, man, I could probably live that way. Believe it or not, not everyone thinks that way, right? Not everyone has a dream, a goal, no matter how much you try and convince them to have one. It's just not in them in a way, right? So it's like, once you see this type of stuff, you cannot unsee it, right? Once you see somebody make $1,000 in 10 minutes, it's very difficult now to, settle for an average life, knowing that, there's people out there doing this, right? Like, if you guys quit, how are you gonna quit knowing that I'm gonna be making thousands of dollars every single week while you're sitting at work, right? When you had that opportunity to do the same exact thing, like, that would drive me nuts, right? And it did drive me nuts, right? Therefore, I actually stepped up and, succeeded myself. I remember seeing Mr. V and all of his guys, and even young guys that were 25 years old. They were retired. They were making, 30, 40, 50,000 a month, and I was making 2,000 a month at my job, and I just could not settle anymore, knowing that they were out there making that type of money, every day while I was at work. So once you see it, you can't unsee it, and the winners always find a way to win. Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah, man, so true.
I'm gonna live that way. I don't see why not. Why not you? Why not you? You guys know when
Yeah, right.
that first I don't know what it was called. It was like a business briefing, man. I seen that one guy come in and he was talking about freedom, and I just never unseen that. I said, I gotta live that way. That guy's living the life that I feel called to live, and I'll do whatever it takes to get there. So yeah, it took probably 12 years, but still got it, getting it done. You can't unsee it. Uh, 97% of day traders lose. What's my response to this? This is my response. You know, I understood that stat 4 years ago, and that's why I decided to come on here and go live every day, so I can share different perspectives with traders, so I can get them out of the gambling mindset, so I can get them thinking like a winner, acting like a winner, thinking like a professional, acting like a professional. You see, those 3% that make it are the professionals. So that's why you never see me in here gambling away or taking trades for entertainment or anything like that. I want to exemplify what it looks like to be a pro, what it looks like to stand on business for every trade. You know, never take a trade outside of the edge, because most people just, you know, they can't do that, right? They have an edge, so to speak, but then they go against it all the time. So I wanted to show you that, look, you can win and you can lose, and if you stay on edge, you can still make money long term like a professional. So I actually agree with that. I think 97% of traders are going to lose. They're going to fail. Unfortunately, 97% of you guys will not continue trading long term, most likely, and I know that, right? And that's why I try and teach you guys different perspectives on life. I try to teach you my philosophies, because regardless of whether or not you become an eight-figure trader, whether you're in that 3%, I hope and pray that you are, but most of you won't be. But you know what you will be? You'll be husbands, you'll be fathers, you might be business owners, you might be mothers, you might be daughters, right? And you can shift your perspective and have a much better perspective on life that'll allow you to enjoy it, you know, to the fullest. And, you know, a lot of that has to do with taking control of your own mindset. So I understand that, you know, that part of the game, and hopefully the things that we teach you here, you can be able to apply them outside of trading as well, and become the best version of yourself. So there's a reason that's one of the main reasons why I talk about personal growth and development, is because I know that unfortunately 97% of you guys will not do this long term. You just won't. Those are the numbers. But you can decide whether or not you're in the 97% or the 3%. I decided that I would be in the 3%. You know, you have that decision to make as well. And, you know, the only people that stay in that 3% are the ones that can survive. Survival leads to thrive, right? Survive leads to thrive. So if you're not even focused on survival at all, and you're just focused on thriving and making money, you're never going to make it here. You're very rarely going to make it, because you'll chase too many opportunities. And we know if you chase too many opportunities, you're bound to get clipped up. So that's why we stay steady, stay professional. We want to see if we can take that 97% failure rate and get it to like 95. You know, do I think we're going to change the whole world? No, but I think we can change that percentage a little bit by giving people the right expectation on what trading actually is, that you're going to lose, that you're going to win. But overall, if you stand on edge and you only trade edge, you will get whatever that edge produces. In our case, it's like a 70-75% win rate, right around 1R, I believe. If you stay steady with that, 75% win rate with 1R, eventually you'll have more money than you know what to do it, and you'll be starting to live your dreams and goals without getting rich overnight, so to speak. So, yeah. 97% are gambling. They're gambling. Got to remember, fine line, right? We talked about it yesterday. Fine line here between the pros and the gamblers. And if you just make a slight wrong move, right, you are on the gambling side here. So you got to stay, you know, locked in on probabilities and find your edge, and, you know, don't leave it. Ay, ay, ay. 1 hour back down here. 54 seconds left. Yo, these sells though. Now that we're closing back below on the
30-minute
1 hour and
I'm looking
the
at that.
30-minute.
Yep.
Got a wick to fill.
Looking at it.
Oh yeah. 4 hour lower wick not established yet.
Let's take a look here. We got some range coming down. Is it worth it?
That's
Oh,
the big
we're at
question.
support. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of at support here. This might be
I
chalk.
mean, the most recent price action has clean range. Well, that's the cool thing about trading. You don't even have to take it.
Yep.
No
Yeah,
right or wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, we
No
got
right or wrong.
support here too,
No
so you gotta be
probability.
careful there. You got that wick to fill, but there's definitely some support here. You see it here as well. You got no bottom wick anyway, so
Wow.
We just split no bottom wick.
Yeah.
No way.
make it easy for y'all.
Okay, easy decision here.
Alrighty. Whatever.
All right, bro. Damn, I was.
Have the false stop ready.
I think this
You
works.
just can't
man.
control it, man. You just can't control it.
I think these buys are gonna play out at some point here. Might take a little
Yeah.
while,
Yeah.
but
Down at like 54, if you could create support down there after creating like a bit of a 4-hour lower wick, that would be fire. We are clean here. Pretty clean.
30 close, no wick. 15 close, no wick.
That's it.
Nada, nothing for me.
No.
Nope.
Not me neither.
How did I scale my live account? Like in general or my current live account? Current live, I just traded it. You know, back in the day though, I would, you know, get like a $500 account, maybe add a little bit to it, add a little bit, trade it, scale it up slowly. But this one I just put 50,000 in and just been trading it. Touching, yeah, it's no good, no good. Yeah, I mean, who wants to trade this anyway? Those ranges are just like nasty wick rejections too.
Yeah, man.
Cost 2 million, damn. All right, I like anything outside of this range. It's 11 o'clock though, so things might slow down a little bit here. But yeah, anything, I mean, 1 hour closures are gonna be best, right? The 1 hour candle just started, so I don't know. I don't see anything really that good about this price action here.
Looks like an off-stream trade.
Yeah,
Yup.
you never know.
Up
You might,
later
get
on.
you might get a closure a little bit later. I probably won't be taking any trades though, because I gotta do some stuff today.
Oh, I was just about to say, turn that notifications bell on Nick's Instagram, and you'll be sure to.
Maybe the
Yeah.
closure back above here will get me, you know, looking for buys. I personally don't like the sells at all. I don't think we're
Nah,
I think
not
we're done.
really anymore here.
yeah,
Yeah,
we moved
no.
down so much already.
I'm
Yeah.
done with the markets today, bro.
You're just chopping. You're just
You can only
chopping.
give the market so much of your time, chat. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you don't want to give me anything, then I'm out. You can't take my time if you don't want to give me pips.
Exactly. Leo, that's for sure, man.
Well, what stocks?
Yeah,
So when it comes to stocks, I would just get the funds. You know, I wouldn't even buy individual stocks too much. You know, what happens if that one stock goes down or something? So I just get like, I would go with the funds for like the longer term investment. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Stable.
Stable. Just buy S&P 500. That's it.
Literally, just.
Buy. You know, if there's a crappy
Yeah.
company, they'll kick the company out and they'll put the next best one in. Simple. Just do that for 30 years.
That thing is designed to get you rich, bro, long term.
All right, let's see. All right, let's draw up a plan for our exit here. So let's just do a fresh top-down analysis, and before we leave, and let's just come up with some logic, right, before we all leave here together. So daily time frame, tapped support, right? So we have officially tapped target on the daily. We can say that, right? We might start to reject from here. This is the reason why I'm not too interested in the sells anymore, right? The sells were coming down from last night. We've just mowed all the way through. Now I think the buys can start working themselves out. You got a 4-hour candle that has also tapped target. So we've tapped into those supports on the 4-hour chart. You're tapping target there. I would anticipate maybe a 4-hour low here at some point, but no real continuation. So, but that's just my thoughts. It doesn't mean that, you know, it can happen. The 1 hour is nasty, right? You got a support being formed. You do have a wick to fill below it. You have a resistance right here, and this is pretty much the chop, right? The 1 hour range that you're sitting in. Now, if we go identify what are these wicks here, right? What are they? What do they represent? We go down to a 30-minute, you can see there's some levels of resistance, some levels of support, and whatnot. So if we look here at the 15, right? Any sort of closure back above on the 15, ideally on the 30 as well, but you know, you're gonna need two 15-minute candles there. But anything back above 69 looks pretty good, right, for price to continue moving up off of this 4-hour support. So you've got about 90 pips of clean traffic. If you can get a 30-minute closure or even a 15-minute closure that closes above after breaking those lows like we talked about, then I think this is probably the better move of the remainder of the session. Look how much we're moving up. We're coming down, creating support to potentially move back up now. So yeah, I would stay there. The sells are pretty much done for me. Looks like we moved quite a bit so far. So that's pretty much what I'll look at. That's our range. Just be careful, look at the 1 hour and you decide, right, whether or not you think this is an A+ market condition or not. And if you do, then, maybe look to take the buys off the 30-minute or even the 15-minute closure. All right.
Sir, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that's the plan, man. That's
yes,
the plan.
sir. All right, cool. I think we're good. Any questions before we dip out? Any questions? I think we're good. 4-hour bearish, but yeah, tap target though. All right, yeah, I think that's good.
Cool.
I think.
All right, man. I appreciate you here today.
All right, G's.
Well,
maybe we'll hit an Asian again. If you guys aren't in the clubhouse and you want to join us for the Asian sesh, we've had a lot of new traders coming in the Asian sesh. Just join us. Find the link and get involved, man. If you're not getting the results that you necessarily want to see in your trading, you need some help. So we'll be willing to help you. We'll trade all sessions with you, hold your hand, give you a course, do webinars with you every single weekend, whatever we got to do to help you get profitable and understand the markets the way we do. So if you've been struggling, tap in with us and let's get to work. All right.
Do it. Dobby.
Yes, sir, man.
Pleasure being here.
All right, G's.
May God bless y'all.
Amigos.
God bless y'all. Have a great day.
Since we got the gold sell-off here, we'll put a little rain on me on the way out. Thank y'all. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I've enjoyed my time with you guys today, and see you back on the next session. Adios, amigos. Peace.
Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. I'm pouring spirit, so he use me like I'm chump change. Ain't pouring spirits, he flow through me, he just pouring rain. Lay my chains in that water, hit that blue grave. Heard your voice in Memphis, how my oldest got his name. Hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. How you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pick trash. If I wanna serve, I Jesus serve him. It's a flash when he coming back. What's your purpose? It's a mismatch, turn the earth flat. Kyrie Irving. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me.
And you making it last. Better with you out living on glass. Not going back, I never thought I'd make it without. Out to the same watch out. Like what is we talking about? Chilling with God and he working it out. Do it for you, I can't do it for clout. The message stressing me out. Like what? I know we lit, we up. Following God, I'm making it out. Rain on me. Rain on me.
Help me grow, I couldn't do this on my own.
You came into my life.
Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please do not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do is to a T. And only other corner hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really went for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time, cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays and I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home just to, nah, wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change of weather, Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Ayy, reservations for 20 at Coast Show. Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they frozen. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision. That's what happens when you trust the vision. But keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it. And don't get caught up in the talking in the public opinion. Yeah, I had different functions cause I'm functioning different. Ay, 1 time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us. I don't take advice from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it if they never even did it right. These days I don't waste a minute of my time reminiscing on regrets of the past. That's a different life. These days I don't need nobody's validation. These days I don't need nobody's invitation. These days I don't tell nobody what I'm doing. I just do it. If I fail, keep it pushing till I get it right. Yeah, these days I've been wide awake, I never sleep late. Got a lot to do, I treat a Sunday like a weekday. Do it for my son, set the table, I need 3 plates. Have my cake and eat it, baby, don't forget the cheesecake. Got it, yeah, they know I got it. Confidence contagious, so the ones around me caught it. Everybody waiting on me, hoping I'ma drop it. I feel like all this weight is on me, still I'm never stopping. No, that is not a, pushing myself to the limit. I set a goal, but still I never feel enough when I get it. Cause when I go and all these feelings overflow to the ceiling, it's like a hole just open up and I don't know how to feel it. I tell them, look, I don't make mistakes, the mistakes made me. Drop songs when I write them, I don't wait 8 weeks. They too focus on the image now, but that ain't me. Lot of rats taking pics, that's why they say cheese. Lately I've been feeling like there's something off. Lot of friends used to show me love, ain't showing love at all. Yeah, only cheer me on when I was underdog. Running up the numbers, everybody keep on running off. Funny how they wanted me to win until I passed them. Now all of a sudden they be talking in the past tense. He was this, he was that, like I changed up. Had a kid, I'm a dad, gotta make funds these days. Everybody focus on the he say and she say. Acting up and trying to make a scene like a screenplay. Try to be original but end up as a remake. Spend a lot of time thinking about how I'ma be great. I just stick to the plan. Yeah, I'm focused on the music, not a pic for the gram. Stay true to my supporters, yes, I did it for them. So even when I get hot, never switch on a fan. These days, I don't take advice from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it if they never even did it right. These days, I don't waste a minute of my time reminiscing on regrets of the past. That's a different life. These days, I don't need nobody's validation. These days, I don't need nobody's invitation. These days, I don't tell nobody what I'm doing. I just do it. If I fail, keep